Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the NXT Watch Along. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo. Y'all know what time it is. So just a heads up, I don't think I've ever actually announced that I'm now officially doing NXT watch alongs. I was kind of doing them sporadically here and there, but honestly, I have a really good time chatting NXT with everybody. So I figured that moving forward, it's official. I'm doing NXT streams, baby. And if you didn't know, well, now you know that the NXT streams are officially happening for the remainder of the year. So very excited about that. And I hope you guys enjoy yourselves here. In just about 3 minutes, we'll go ahead and get the audio going. I don't know what's been announced for today's show, so I do want to look at that really quickly. Because the only thing that I know is that we're going to find out what's next for the NXT Championship. That's very important. So that's the biggest thing on today's show is finding out what's going to happen with the NXT Championship. They're probably going to, I'm assuming, announce some sort of tournament maybe. Okay, so Izzy Dame is going to celebrate her NXT North American title win, so she's probably going to cut a promo today. Okay, this is one that I'm actually looking forward to, and they made this one last week. It's Lola Vice versus Kalani Jordan. That one should be fun. These are two of my favorites, legit favorites. So I really hope that they have a good match here. The next one is Jasper Troy and Tavion Heights. That one's going to be interesting because these are two guys that are starting to make a little name for themselves on NXT, and they both kind of have a ways to go to become bigger stars on NXT. But so they're kind of roughly around the same level when it comes to popularity on the show. So let's see who ends up going over today. And then we got Joe Hendry versus Dion Lennox in a no DQ match. I hope this is good. The good thing is it's no DQ, so we should get some violence. So we'll see what ends up happening today. But also I want to thank Mr. GRK Chef 13. What's up, dude? Thanks for being here. He says NXT will be interesting with all the call-ups. Let's effing go. Yeah, so if you guys weren't here for last week's episode of NXT, one of the things that was very, very clear to everybody was that it was kind of an end of a chapter, and we're kind of moving on to this next era of NXT where we're going to start seeing the focus shift to some new people. Let's see how that men's division goes because it's looking Let me mute that for a sec. Okay. So I think that moving forward, it's going to take us a couple of weeks to have a little bit of a grace period where we get used to these new faces because they're going to be shining the light on totally different people now that we're not used to with all of the call-ups. So thank you, Mr. GRK Chef, for also being a DWO member for 8 freaking months. We got IGN Sucho in the building. He says, "Hey Denise, amazing interview with the OPTC Sam Roberts." Yo, I love Sam. He's a cool dude, man. By the way, NXT starting. He's a very cool dude, and so when he said yes to doing the interview with me, I was very excited because he's been with WWE for ever, it feels like. So he knows, he knows what it's like to be in the trenches. I'm excited to have that conversation be out for everybody to hear. And he's a nice guy, and we've done a couple of podcasts together here on the channel, but this time the focus was on him and his career. So I had a really good time doing that interview. So I'm glad that you watched it, IGN Sucho, and I'm glad that you liked it, honestly. Thank you so much, IGN Sucho. We also got Stephen Marchuli, by the way. We got Stephen Marchuli here who says, we've been saying NXT needs more dudes. We find out who's starting tonight. I know, exactly. Tonight, that's it. If I were a guy on the NXT roster, do not sleep on yourself. Now, more than ever, you need to work your ass off to become that guy on NXT. You have to. I remember when I interviewed Trick Williams, one of the things that he told me was that he walked in to Shawn Michaels' office and he said, "Hand me that ball. I want the ball." And Shawn Michaels was like, "Okay, bro." Gave him the ball, and then look what ended up happening with Trick Williams. His career, absolutely erupted like a volcano in a good way, though. And now he's on the main roster and was a former TNA World Champion, former NXT Champion. So right now, the men need to step it up because they have a real, honest to God opportunity to truly make something of themselves in WWE. Like, this is it. Thank you so much, Stephen Marchulli, for the super chat. We also got Taylor Cannon. Hey. Yes, Taylor, Denise, how are you doing this evening? I'm doing good, honestly. I'm happy because, well, for multiple reasons, I'm happy, actually. I'm happy because I feel like there's a lot of things that are brewing. So that's nice. Trying to get more content out there. That's been, a struggle, but every single day something's been going up on this channel. I have no idea what's happening tomorrow on this channel, though. I have no idea what the next video is, guys. I'm going with the flow, so bear with me. Whatever happens on this channel happens. Just like creating a ton of content. I'm feeling good on that end. And excited that this whole week we got a lot of streams because we got NXT tonight. Yesterday I was live for Raw. Tomorrow AW. Thursday I'm gonna be here streaming most of TNA's premiere on AMC except for the last 5 minutes. And then SmackDown, I'll be here for that. And then I'm also going to be here for Genesis. I haven't been here streaming for a TNA pay-per-view in a very, very long time. The last one that I did was Bound for Glory. So yeah, that was a long time ago. That was back in October. So that's a rarity. And honestly, like doing Bound for Glory and Slammiversary watch-alongs is kind of a given. But to do like smaller shows like Genesis, things like that, I don't often do that. So it kind of just like all the stars aligned this weekend where, by the way, they're playing highlights right now. So that's why I'm talking all over this. Right now, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, all the stars aligned where I'm like, okay, there's not really like another big pay-per-view going on that day, so I might as well cover Genesis. So it worked out, and so here we are, lo and behold, I'll be here for that weekend. So I'm more so excited about that. Thank you, Taylor. All right, here we go. We're about to find out the first thing we needed to see, by the way.
And while some people might see this as a challenge, I see it as the perfect opportunity because now the men's division
there you go.
Open.
So those are all of our dudes that we got right now. Some Evolve guys,
because
some other people on NXT.
Grinding at this for a while, you feel like you've been overlooked.
This is like ruthless aggression NXT now.
You're a new face who just stepped in the door. There is no better moment than right now.
I don't know. Who do we think should be our next? Oh, there's Ricky Saints. Who do you guys think should be our next NXT champion? Should it be Ricky Saints? Should it be someone like Joe Hendry? Should it be Tony D'Angelo, who they teased? I don't know. I'm going to be real with you guys. My picks right now, based off of the roster, would either be Ricky Saints or Joe Hendry. I hope I'm not forgetting somebody else that I really like. But right now, just off the top of my head and who I'm seeing here, those are the two names. Oh, yeah. Your boy says Ricky Saints or Ethan Page. I would not be opposed to that. Ethan Page is up there too, actually. I kind of forgot because, in my mind, he's so preoccupied with the North American title. But actually, he's somebody that I would definitely put in contention for the NXT Championship. Like, the fans really like Ethan Page. I feel like the fans, and I don't know if I'm wrong in this analysis, but I feel like the fans are bigger fans of Ethan Page than they are Ricky Saints. Granted, though, Ricky Saints is now a heel, though, so give it a chance.
Thank you all for coming out here tonight. And Ava, thank you for holding all of this because... Before I go any further, I just want to say...
I love how both Ava and Ricky are wearing blue.
I told you.
Today's a blue day. I'm wearing blue, too.
Deliver main event right out of NXT.
If anybody else is wearing blue, let me know.
You call an absolute hat trick. Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Obafemi. He didn't want the rematch with me because the ruler is afraid.
Sheldon says Santana, but we ain't know that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, unfortunately.
And I am the now. At the start of every show,
I wanted Leon Slater,
well, guess what?
But that was also not gonna happen.
Now and forever. And together, you will all be watching me. But hold on. I'm looking around.
Kind of weird seeing Joe Hendry just out there in the sidelines.
Right now.
You don't put Baby in the corner. You don't put Joe Hendry in the sidelines.
That's the future. And all eyes are on Saints right now, who I can only assume is going to be the two-time NXT champion. But Ava, I'll shut up. I'll let you have at it. And I'll let you do the honors and hand the title over to me.
Hand the title over to... No. Ricky, you're a funny guy. Sure, you deserve an opportunity.
I don't even think Ethan Page is out there right now.
These other men who came into my office and said the exact same thing.
Man, guys, it is slim pickings right now for like real NXT champions. It is slim pickings.
A 6-man ladder match.
Okay, 6-man ladder match. Let's see if we got some qualifiers. Also, I don't know when the ladder match is.
And pulls this championship down will become the new NXT champion.
Look at Ricky's face. He's like, ugh, 6 men? Why?
Next week. So I cannot wait to see who is going to step up and make this moment their own.
Wait, so how are they going to determine the 6 men? Did she say this is happening next week? When is it or is it happening like
3rd?
Okay.
6-man ladder match.
February 3rd.
Who is the new
What's
NXT
happening
champion?
on February 3rd? Is it
And who will be the man that steps up?
Okay, so we got 3 weeks until then. So we're gonna go almost a month, guys,
She wants someone to show her
without an
who can be
NXT
the man.
champion.
Qualifying matches start. Ava, watch out! Ava, watch out!
Okay. I don't know when the qualifying matches are gonna start. He had Vic Joseph was Vic Joseph was about to say it.
Who carved up the Evolve roster.
I was about to say, at this point, just do a Royal Rumble, Battle Royal, NXT Rumble or something for the title, because they got like 50,000 guys out there. And I can honestly, oh shit. Oh shit, he kind of flew. I can probably name you like 5 guys in the ring right now, guys. I cannot name you every wrestler right now in this ring. Like, I don't know more than half at this point. And there goes Vic Joseph's candies. Rip Vic Joseph's candies.
Keanu Carver has arrived and booked.
Bro, that can't wait. The guy with the tan pants looks Grayson Waller. Like, my brain was kind of thinking it was Grayson Waller right now.
Ricky Saints had a lot to say, but actions.
Ricky's face, he's like, what did I just get into?
Carver has arrived.
Okay, Keanu Carver. I don't know anything about him, but the fact that he's the last man standing tells me that they see something in him already. Wow! Damn, Lola! Damn, Lola! Get the tank! Get the tank! Bro, damn, Lola. All right, let me mute the commercials in the meantime, everybody. All right, let's see what everyone's saying here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we got Doc Rollins here who says, yay, Lola is lit. Big G says he reminds me of Oba Femi. I was going to say they're already trying to find their next Oba Femi. They're like, we lost one. We got to try to build another. Let's see. By the way, we got Uncle Donk. What's up, Uncle Donk? Thank you so much for the super chat, man. He says, good evening, Bills Mafia represent. Best of luck, Uncle Donk. Best of luck, man. And thank you so much for being here. We also got Kayla Harden. What's up, Kayla? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, need my Don to step up. They haven't done anything since he came back need the Don, excuse me. Need my Don to step up. They haven't done anything since he came back or explain explained where he went to begin with. You are 100% right, Kayla. Tony D'Angelo, here's the thing. I had said this when he came back. I like Tony D'Angelo as a character. One of my favorite storylines ever was him with the freaking Santos Escobar's La Familia and that whole storyline that they did, right? Great stuff. Love that on NXT. That was my favorite thing that they did with him. But since then, I can't really say, like, even when they did the breakup of the family, I really wasn't that like locked in on it. And I felt like, I don't know, man. I just wasn't really feeling it. But here's the thing, though, is that I'm not, as of right now, too in love with the idea of Tony D'Angelo being the champion. I feel like I have to see stronger matches from Tony D. I feel like until then, I'm not really on board with it. However, I do want to know more about this new character. Like, what's he all about? Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe the character will be so good that I decide, fuck, I actually want to see this man as champion. So I do agree with you. We haven't really been given any additional anything to really base off any more opinions. So I'm wondering, like, what exactly is Tony D doing now? How different is he from the Italian mobster to what he's doing now? I don't really know what he's doing now. And that's really been it. He did like a couple of tags, and then he appeared at the end of the Oba thing, and then that's really been it. So, but also at the exact same time, I'm gonna root for Tony D, and I'll tell you why. Even though I said that I don't think his matches are that strong, but I'm gonna root for him because it's kind of like now or never for Tony D. I feel like if this doesn't succeed, then I don't know what his future in WWE is gonna look like. So for that reason, I'm gonna like see how it goes and root for him because I hope they're able to find some place where he can fit in. Thank you so much, Kayla, for the super chat. Really good one. We got Mr. Fatboy 42. He says, member of Dark State becomes champion. Oh, look. Here's the thing. If Dark State were to do a 180 and actually become a good stable, and like some of the guys like Dion Lennox and Saquon Sugars, who we got some interest in, if they started to like really, really branch out, there could be some hope for the group. Look, there could be hope. I won't kill them. I won't stomp on them. See you later tonight, then. But if they start to do good,
hey, Ava. So
is that Tony D, by the way? Or was that somebody else walking in the back right now?
Can't wait to
Look,
this time.
there's a chance that one of them could climb up those rankings and become NXT champion, and I will not be opposed of it. I just don't want Dark State to suck the fun out of the show. That's terrible. I feel so bad for Dark State. Thank you so much, Mr. Fatboy42. All right, so this is the match I was looking forward to. By the way, they're doing all of the things I was looking forward to, like right at the top of NXT, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. We got Doc Rollins here on Twitch who says it feels like 2.0 reset for the men's division. Oh, don't remind me about NXT 2.0. Don't remind me, bro. By the way, Corporate Gohan says, yep, that was Tony in the background. Okay, I wasn't sure. Because for a second, he also kind of looked like Elijah. He had like the beard and the scarf, and I was like, is that Elijah? And you can't say that it can't be Elijah because of the TNA, incorporation on the show. By the way, we also got the Stone Immaculate. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, stoked to see Carver. He was talking big shit about the bloodline. LOL. Guess they took his phone away. Great way to debut him. He's definitely the one. I feel so bad, but I don't know anything about Keanu Carver. Like, not a thing. Let me Google him really quick. A simple Google search is where I should begin. Because I really don't know anything about him. Okay, so he was on Evolve. He looks pretty meaty. He made his debut. Oh fuck, this match is starting. He made this debut on 23 NXT facing Riley Osborne. Don't remember that, unfortunately. He's from Maryland, and that's about all I've got, and he's apparently 6'2". That is my extent of knowledge on Keanu Carver at the moment. But he looked impressive today from that brief little moment that we saw of him in that melee. Thank you so much,
And
Stone
those two
Immaculate.
women slugging it out. Finally, this one is official. Look at Lola with a nice takedown, and Lola Vice right on top.
Tiger Claw says running your mouth about the bloodline is a fast track to employment. What did he say? Was he being like legit, or was he being like in character? Like, what was going on with
There's a
him?
lot of opportunity, book.
Like, I never saw what he had said about the bloodline. I don't know if it was like a shoot or a kayfabe or what.
Everybody thinking about getting called up to the main roster, man. And right now,
all right, so we got Kalani versus Lola. We got Olivia here asking who's winning this match. I feel like Lola needs it a little bit more. Now, you guys know I love both these girls, but I'm going to say Lola kind of needs a victory right now. Plus, she's the baby face here. She hasn't really gotten anything real big going on NXT besides the stuff that I'm not including the stuff she's doing on AAA. I'm just talking about her NXT stuff right now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Lola. We got All Things Entertainment here says expect these two in the Rumble. Oh, I'm sure. Honestly, I can definitely see it
tonight. And look, we've talked about NXT. Same can be said for Raw and SmackDown, as you've already alluded to. A lot of familiar.
What? The Stone Immaculate said LOL when he said ain't safe for the YouTube chat. What? What? Okay, I'm gonna have to Google this. In the commercial breaks, I'm gonna Google what Kiana Carver said about the bloodline. Because I'm like, if we can't even talk about what he said, what did he say? Yo! We got James Irving here. Says Lola's winning. Kalani is SmackDown bound, I believe. Dude, if she was on SmackDown, I would scream because I love Kalani.
Because it was Lola Vice who defeated Kalani Jordan in that breakout tournament.
Well, she's a very sweet girl. It's so funny, like, seeing her as a heel and get heel heat, because she's, like, polar opposite of that.
It's a blemish, but Kalani Jordan has done so much.
Oh, Jay Grouse says he called out your AI husband for the song he did. I think I remember this. This was like a year ago, wasn't it? I think I saw something about that on Twitter, but it was one of those things that I saw, but then like didn't pay much attention to it, and I kind of just like didn't follow up with the story. So I think I know what you're talking about.
To reach out and break the hold. But as you were saying,
we got Triple E here says Kalani needs to be on SmackDown. She'd be awesome on SmackDown. Are you kidding me?
Not just here in NXT, we could also talk about what she's gone through in the matches she's
we got
LX Lola Vice winning that
Amos here. Is it just me or is every NXT champion a heel right now? Let me think about this. Who are our champions? Well, we don't got an NXT World Champion, obviously. We got our champion. Oh yeah, JC Jane, heel. Ethan Page, heel. Izzy Dane, heel. Dark States, heel. Jasper Troy, he's the speed champion. I don't really know what he is, so I'll just go with babyface for him. What is Jasper Troy? Is he heel? I don't even know. Women's speed champion Fallon Henley, heel. Okay, that's at least 5 heels.
Wherever you're watching
NXT Heritage Cup, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, heel. So, yeah, actually, you're right. Pretty much everyone is a heel. And whatever the hell, what's his face, Jasper Troy is.
February 3rd, the first NXT next month. For the NXT Championship.
Oh, everyone's saying he's a heel too. Okay, good to know. Jasper's also a heel. So we have all heel champions. Literally just realized that. All heel champions. All of them.
Someone who stepped up really in the last year as we get back to this matchup was Kalani Jordan.
Yeah, I would never mess with the bloodline, guys. I'd be too scared. I'd be like,
that's really where the loyalty to NXT came into question. But how did Kalani build on last year here in 2026?
Just keep going with
Fredo here says it's the heel brand, apparently. Oh, it definitely is. Cody James says it's Vacant's a heel.
It's not about
I don't know. Let's determine this. Vacant,
legacy.
you can consider a heel because he's so mysterious and we've never actually seen him. However, sometimes when you've never seen someone, it makes it easier to like them. So I'm actually going to say Vacant is a babyface. Vacant is the ultimate babyface. That's what I'm going to, that's my prediction for Vacant.
care about her legacy. I wonder if some in the locker room.
By the way, we got
knew
Bob
the way
Ross
she
Jr.
went
here.
about
Thank you, Bob, for the
business.
super chat. He says, Keanu
In a
Carver
different
fights like
way.
2002,
They look at it
2003. Brock, hey.
A lot of
Hey,
animosity.
I like
Let me tell you
that. I
something.
like that. I
This
was
is-
obviously
it's
a
like-
fan of
it's like
Brock in
dogs,
02 and
man. This is
03.
a
So,
very
yeah, let's see what
territorial
Keanu Carver has to
business.
offer.
Kalani
Excited
Jordan
to
stepping out.
to
She
hear
was looked
that.
at as the enemy, man.
Thank you, Bob.
Of course, you get to have somebody like that in your locker room. I get it. I get it.
We'll come back.
Let's see what else
to
we
that
got
in
here.
just
We
a
got
few
Tilda
moments,
Pickle
as
here
this
says
matchup
Bacon is the
really since the
ultimate
beginning,
tweener.
two women who just have a strong
Cody James says
disdain
also
for
Bacon
one
is
another.
normally champ
Came out the
after
gates hot.
bad
The
things
action's
happen.
still to
So
the
did
outside.
Bacon
I felt
cause the
bad for
bad
our
things?
official for a moment. I'm
Hey,
sure
you
our
might be
general
right.
manager,
Maybe he
Ava,
is
did
the
not wanna
heel.
have to come out here and
Damn.
handle another piece of business. We
Doc
have seen
Rollins says, I've never
Oh,
cheered for a
Latina
title
heat.
being
The Latina
vacated.
heat.
All
yes,
Things
man.
Entertainment says
See
I
what
would
you
consider
do,
Bacon a
agree.
heel
Oh,
due
yes,
to
man.
championships usually being relinquished
Now
due
I'm
to
confused
injury,
'cause usually we do
etc.
Latina heat and the Cholula green for all
Okay,
of us.
I
She's
think the
just different
decision
with
has been made.
Dixie Lee.
Bacon
It's on
is
Kratos.
a heel.
Fair fall.
We got
Look at
Lewis
the
here
show,
says
man. You
Bacon
looking at
uses
the show,
his
man. We looking at the same
behind the
show.
scenes
I mean, come
power
on,
to
man.
steal titles.
Yeah, we are
Clearly
looking
a
at the same show. I'm
heel.
out here trying to
Fredo
promote
says
who's here,
Bacon
and
is
now
a
we're
heel.
gonna
The only
continue our
time we
night
cheered
and
for
try to
Bacon was
calm
when
everything
Naomi
down.
announced she was
Did you see the
pregnant.
trifecta?
Damn.
Did you see it?
I saw it, Book.
That is crazy.
You commented on it. What do you want me to do?
That is funny.
Back to what I was saying. Izzy Dame is here. Blake Monroe, we have found out, is here. And this is our opening matchup of the night. And Kalani Jordan, you can just see the look on her face. The smiles are gone.
All right, we're back on
Izzy
NXT
Dame.
in
Let's
30
talk about
seconds.
Izzy
I
Dame.
tried to, and then you were talking about
No,
King
Cholula
Pope
green.
says
let's
Bacon
talk
is a
about Izzy
heel.
Dame.
I
And
smell
let's congratulate
t-shirts.
Izzy Dame on her big win, the biggest win
Vacant
of her
is
NXT.
a
Can we
heel.
do that?
Yo,
I was
that's
trying
hella
to.
funny.
Yes, it was a big career. She answered the open challenge. She is here tonight as these two women
Yeah,
right
I
now
feel like
continue
Lola-
this fight. And now with a
Lola, this is
submission in
going to be
own
her
right,
year,
it's
guys. I can
Kalani
feel
Jordan.
it. I'm
Jordan
manifesting it.
squeezing
This
the
is
air,
Lola's
a vice
year.
grip, if
This
you
is
would,
Lola's
on
year.
Lola.
We got
Which
Charles
woman
Credle here
survives?
says,
Which
Denise,
woman
I'm
will be
positive that
victorious?
Bacon will destroy Dark State in a heartbeat.
Shoulders
Dark
are down and a
State.
kick out from
Excuse
Kalani
me.
Jordan. What a matchup this has been in Book. We touched on it.
Aw,
a little bit before
Junik,
the show.
I
You are certainly
wish. She
proud
says
of
you look a
Kalani
little bit like
Jordan for
Sabrina
standing up
Carpenter.
for
I
herself
wish.
over
Are
the
you
last
kidding
year
me?
because
I
the
would
women's
die if I looked
team,
like Sabrina.
they kicked her out
The
of
only
the
thing
locker
we
room,
have in
and
common
one of
is
the
we're
women
both
that were leading
shorties.
that charge
That's
was
literally
Lola
about
Vice.
it.
You know, sometimes
We got Doc
like
Rollins
that.
here says, is Black Hoodie Guy a tweener? Fuck no, Black Hoodie Guy is a heel. You come out with a black hoodie and you're and you're being a coward, you are a heel.
You know, put on an island of your own to actually get your full potential. And I think that's what Kalani Jordan.
Hey, what's
is
up,
doing
David
right
Horse?
now.
Thanks so
Like
much
I
for
say,
tuning in,
you gotta
man.
give it up for Kalani Jordan.
I do. And look,
She's advanced so much over this last.
We also got King Fresh in the
You gotta
building. What's
give
up,
her
King
that.
Fresh? We're also back on
it was when she
NXT,
won that
so
Knockouts title in
let's see what we
TNA,
get out
and
of
it was
this.
on Team TNA, which really started the
King
crack
Pope says
for
if Bacon
Survivor.
destroys Dark State,
As
that's
Lola Vice
considered
with a big
a
suplex,
FaceTime
and look,
over
Brooke,
here.
if you wanna
Face
think
turn
about
over
this
here.
deeper,
Yes.
how
Yes.
far will this
Agreed.
match go in
Agreed.
determining the new position in the women's division? Because as we've said, it's the land of opportunity this year.
Yeah, I always like Lola's kicks. Well, I mean, obviously,
Right now,
since she was
Whoa. For one of these women right here, whoever can win,
But she's,
educated
always
feet.
looks good.
Here we go. Oh,
We know everyone is
And I'm not
chasing
just talking
one
looks
woman,
wise,
that
I'm talking
being
like,
Jason James.
you know, what she
calm
does
down
in
for
there.
a second. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Booker D. Oh, God. No, he didn't. He found a new
Sure,
sound
social media is
effect.
going to tell me I'm not
Yeah,
the one who
yeah.
is losing my composure there. But
When
I'll
Lola
digress
does
as
her
Lola
little
Vice
hip.
going to the
Yeah,
outside. She
yeah.
hit the brakes. She does not stop. And she drives Kalani into the ground.
I hope he
Latina
doesn't stop doing it.
And these two, again, this hasn't
All
been
right, I'm
something that's
never
just
gonna
been
stop
boiling
now.
for a couple of weeks. This has been boiling for a
All right,
couple
I'm getting
of months
annoyed. I'm getting
between
annoyed.
these two. And
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
ask you this, too. Is Lola Vice in control? Is this a make or break point
Oh,
in
God,
Lola
a
Vice's
stink
career?
face on
I'm going to say
Kalani.
that, but it's definitely a pivotal moment for Lola Vice. I call it.
I know everybody else would be like,
She's got
oh.
so many weapons in her arsenal, and tonight.
Hey,
this is
Sarah,
an even
sending
match.
you some
Easy
love,
way.
Sarah.
I don't know who's gonna
I
win this
just read your
match.
comment
Oh,
right now,
anybody can
and
win this
I'm
matchup right here.
Looking for a kick.
I'm so sorry, Sarah.
And the body scissors
I'm
is
so
wrapped
sorry to
in.
hear this. Sending you and your family some love,
And
Sarah.
Kalani right now is
I
trailing. And take a
hope
look
this
at
could
hand
be
position right now. Lola
somewhat
Vice,
of a
she seems that this
distraction.
submission is deeply
Referee,
locked.
they have to have the wherewithal. Wait a minute.
Nice job.
Wait a minute.
And-
Beautiful.
Ooh,
Beautiful
Had
cover
to
there by Kalani.
Again, had to relinquish the hold to keep this match going. Kalani, though, give her a lot of credit, too, for her resiliency. And this time, this step through connects. And Kalani back in control.
Yeah, she grew up watching RVD.
By the way,
after that
Kalani
movie
and
right
Lola,
One of her heroes.
I like their
myself.
in-ring chemistry,
And
by
going
the
all the
way.
way to the
Anybody
top.
else noting that they're
With
really
a
jiving with each other? Oh, Jesus, that was nice.
Got it all.
They're really
Style
jiving with
didn't
each other.
get enough
Wow.
to keep Lola down, and now the look of desperation starting to sink in.
By the way, we got
on
Stephen
Kalani
Marchulli.
Jordan.
Stephen, thank you so
What
much for
a
the love. He says,
matchup this has
going
been.
to bat for
What a
Lexus
way
King,
NXT
bring
has
back the
begun.
darker, less
Here
comedy in
tonight
his
on this
presentation.
Tuesday.
Honestly, Steven, I wouldn't mind that, but they need to get rid of this, like, hokey pokey character. Oh, that
Because it
was
Scarlett. And
cool.
one more time.
Wait, that
This time
was
it's a triangle.
cool.
Cinched in. Kalani so close to the
She,
bottom
like,
rope.
totally
Did Kalani
landed on her
reach out?
crotch,
Was
though.
Kalani gonna tap?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she's locked in right now, but she has nowhere to go.
Sorry,
she
I
may
got
just have to tap.
distracted.
Shifty
By the
position.
match, obviously.
Here we go.
And Kalani Jordan rolled
she gonna
the
tap
wrong
here?
way, and I don't know if she was forced that way. Shoulders down, though, and again, forcing the
We need a
break.
replay
I
of
mean,
that. That was kind of fun.
So smart from Kalani.
So yeah, Steven, I'm with you. Like, they got to get rid of the hokey pokey look, though. Not the look, the hokey pokey character. You can't come across as like a joker, because that's what he's coming across like right now. They got to bring back the like the original vignettes that he was doing. Those were getting really good. Those were getting really good numbers on social media when he was doing them, and talking about how his father, like, he wasn't gonna be like his father. Oh, Kalani, no! Oh, I thought she was gonna get away with the cheating.
Tip Danny.
I love it by any means necessary, Kalani.
Oh,
my God.
Wow, that is good, baby girl. But I wanted Lola to win this match. I felt like she needed this today. So, let's go, Lola.
The former
Ba-da-dum-bum-bum.
Michigan State standout.
By the way, I'm so upset that, like, I just saw that Lola Vice has a new shirt out, and I really wish it would have came out earlier, because I would have bought it in my holiday haul video. But I really want that Lola Vice shirt.
Of Lola Vice.
So yes, and all I know, Steven, I answered your super chat like in between the match, but all in all, to say that, yeah, I agree. Bring a darker presentation back to Lexus King. Have him look good in matches, and then we can talk about him going for that NXT championship. Thank you, Steven.
Absolutely nowhere.
We got Dino Hour here who says, good match.
I just beat her ass a few weeks ago. I'm coming off of that title. That stupida.
Stupida.
Lola not playing games. She wants to bring some gold to Vice City.
Yeah, bro. I remember when I thought Lola was actually going to defeat JC Jane. I was so excited for that.
It's time for the speed turn.
Joseph says, Lola has made her intention known. She wants what Izzy has.
Did we just see a record?
Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. All right, by the way, hey, shout out to Steven Romero, who's here with us. We also got Jihad Best, who's here with us. We got Tiger Claw, who says, be married to a Latino. When she yells, you listen. When she does this look.
So Jasper, I'll be cutting your
No, you know that look. Tiger Claw's like, oh shit, I know that look.
and becoming the new
Oh, when I'm mad, I gotta bring out that look. That one. That's my angry look. That's when my husband's about to get it.
But
He's
unfortunately for you,
He's like, oh no.
I don't need 5 minutes.
Steven
And
Romero
whatever
says,
momentum you gain recently,
Everyone knows the
it's a
look.
dead end tonight.
The one where you know, oh, you're done now. You're in trouble. You're done.
Montreal.
Alrighty.
It's fight weekend.
Let's see what else we got here. Hey, who's in the chat, by the way? If you're here, if you're hanging out, blow up the comment section. Who's here? So this is my first stream at this hour in like a while, because Raw and SmackDown have been airing super early. So I haven't been able to see a lot of you guys that are here at the normal time slot due to the freaking time changes. So yeah, it helps out. All right, let me mute this, by the way. Let's see who we got. Oh, W. Stein, he says, hey, Denise, I enjoyed your interview with Scam Roberts. Thank you so much. It was funny, too, because I I was debating during my interview. I was like, should I introduce Sam Roberts as Scam Roberts right at the beginning? But then I was like, nah, I'm going to start off serious mode and then I'll go into fun mode. But no, yeah, Sam's a really cool guy and he's been, in this podcasting space for a very long time. And he's, been part of WWE for such a long time. I used to watch Sam in documentaries when I was like little. I remember I would tune in to watch a documentary for WWE and I'd be like, who's that guy with that big ass hair? Like, who is this guy? And then I would keep seeing him. And I'm like, oh, that's that one guy that's in all the documentaries. And so like, he's been in the game for a very, very long time. So definitely someone worth talking to for sure. Thank you, W. Stein. We also got Mark Caramillo in here. By the way, we're on a 2-minute break. We also got Marshman96. We got hey man, nice to have you on, Marshman. Let's see. Hey, what's up, T Black? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing good. Nice to have you on the stream today. We also got Fabian Valdez who's in here. Hey, Brian McGee, how's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in a second. We also got Miss WWE Girl too with us here today. Bob says you should get the new Riho shirt, Denise. I did like that one too. That's my style right there. Of t-shirt. I did see that. I'm pretty sure that shirt is gonna like sell the hell out, by the way. We got Raphael Smith here with us. We got Andrew. We got Bobster. What's up, Bobster? Hey, Dr. J Merritt, how are you? I also feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well, Dr. J Merritt. We got Tony Baraggio here. Hey, Tony, how's it going, man? Jay Grouse says, Denise, blink if you want Andre Chase or someone in Dark State to win the NXT title. I'm never blinking ever again in my entire life. Oh, that looks scary. That was very scary, Jay Grouse. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Joseph Bosa. He says, congrats again on Denise getting a WrestleMania Week show. I'm so excited. I was actually right before this, trying to nail us down some more details for that. So I'm more excited to make some additional announcements in regards to that, but off to a fun start, and I will make sure to promote that in a sec, actually. We also got Scott Collins here who says, I'm here at all times. You know what this reminds me of? Like, I feel like Scott Collins is like he's like, I'm here all the time, like, ooh, spooky. Thank you, Scott, for being here. Oh, man. Hey, what's up, Steven Romero? He's like, yeah, I missed because my dumb job. Man, damn it. No, it was so funny, actually, during the Raw stream. How many people were like, oh, I'm at work. I'm listening to your stream. Or hey, I'm at work, but I'm on a break. Or, hey, I took the day off today. And I'm like, yo. But yeah, these Raw and SmackDown shows being earlier is like, it's cool and all. But at the same time, like, it's different. It's definitely different. And I do miss my evening crowd for sure. We got Bill W from New York in the building. He says, I almost got a spoiler from you yesterday when I was watching Raw. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm sorry. It's going to be hard for this whole month in regards to that. We got Daryl McCluskey. Hey, Daryl, how's it going, man? He says, I'm watching NXT on the CW and listening to you. Fuck yeah, let's go. All right, we're back here on the commercials are over.
Now, Cody Rhodes is joined by the man who will challenge
so yeah,
for the world title this Monday.
We got Junick here. It says watching from the Philippines. Nice. I always love when people that are like far away are watching. So I'm like, yes, it's very, very cool. Hi, BN Jones. My ex be like, let me tell you something.
Don't miss a second.
Hey, what's up, Johnny T? Thanks for being here. We also got Michael Duncantel. What's up, Michael? We got Mark McKitty. We also got Big G who says, I just realized that Saturday night's main event is in Montreal, so there's another reason that Sammy's probably winning. Perhaps, bro, perhaps. Montreal and then hitting up Saudi? Who knows?
For this Speed Championship matchup.
Hey, what's up, Brian? He says, I've been here. I was in yesterday afternoons for Raw. Oh, good to know. Good to know, Brian. Good to know. I have a shitty memory. There's that, too. There's that, too. Brian's like, damn it, Denise. I was here. I'm
the first to successfully retrieve that championship.
I'm going to have to start taking attendance like a school teacher. All right, so here we go. We got the Speed Championship match with Tavion and Jasper. Oh, yeah, so this is what I was saying earlier about these two guys. That
here tonight.
both of these guys are
Won
kind
the
of
speed
around the
tournament,
same
become
level,
the
I
number
would
one
say, in
contender,
terms of
unlike
like
those matches, which were
what
3
we've
minutes
gotten to see from them on
championship
NXT. I wouldn't say
5
one
minutes, and his height's ready
necessarily
for
has had the leg up on the other. So yeah, I mean, I know in these speed matches you don't really get a lot of time to really take a look at these guys, but at least we can kind of see them interact with each other in this matchup and see who kind of shines a little brighter, you know?
Oh, yes.
And again, this is the first of 2 title matches.
Like Jasper,
tonight. We have a no disqualification match
what I like
taking
about
place on
him
main
is that he's a
but
big
Jasper
dude, right?
Troy is
Y'all know how we
taking
feel about the
care
meat
of
around here.
Tavion Heights.
He's a
Take
big
it off,
dude,
big
and I
man.
like
We're
that
not-
he's
60
not
seconds
letting his
into
size
this
hold them
matchup.
back from
I gotta get
you know,
your
getting
advice
in
real
there
quick
and
here. Your
moving
thoughts
in
real
this
quick here
matchup.
Before I get to some advice, what are your thoughts on Ava's announcement that started the night?
We got Diamond Money. Hey, what's up, Diamond? Thanks for being here.
Step up and grab that
Triple E here
grass
predicts that
blade.
Tavion is
Step
winning.
up and take this
Miami
knee
Scorp
to
says I miss
another
Raw and
level.
SmackDown live at 8. Not the same watching them later. I know.
Yes, I love it.
I don't know if it's like this new generation thing or social media world or what, but I have this thing where I don't like to watch shows when everybody else has already watched them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like watching shows not live. Like, I kind of hate it. It makes me feel like I'm left out. I don't know. I think I got a real big case of FOMO. Whatever, maybe it's a FOMO disease. But I feel that way, so I get it, Miami Scorp. I hate it. Like, whenever I watch a show late, I'm like, what the fuck's the point anyways? I'm already late. So why am I even watching? I don't really know what the psychological reasons for that is.
Because the TNA International Championship will be defended later on tonight. There is the challenge.
Jihad, I hope we do see Mariah get called up. I know some people are expecting her to come out in the London show, and I think SmackDown's in London this Friday.
I get it. I was just wondering.
You ruined my
Also, shout out to the T-Money here. Ebony, who's here with us. Till the Pickle says, why is the Speed Championship still around? Look, honestly, I'm not a fan of the Speed Championship at all. But I was like, all right, I already bitch about a bunch of other stuff, so I'm going to give the Speed Championship a break today. Because I already, like, my least favorite things on NXT. The NXT Heritage Cup, Speed Championship, Chase U, and Dark State. Those are my least favorite things on NXT.
As we're inside those 2 minutes, and Tavion, big body slam.
Wow.
And Tavion said he was going to go to new heights. Tavion said he was going to win his.
All right, we're down to a minute. So far, Jasper's been looking great.
Just look up at the clock. There's a minute 37 and counting.
Tavion's going to get his moment too. Tavion hasn't looked. Oh, nice. Tavion hasn't looked bad at all. I like both of these guys right now. But not one of them has like converted me into a massive fan just yet. I'm waiting to be converted.
What?
By the way, shout out to Evil Diva who's here with us. Love the username.
Speed certainly might fit his style as he looks up to the clock, realizes there's
King Pope says, you know what's funny? In Spanish, puto is a curse word, but in Philippines, it's a pastry treat. Yo, thanks for letting me know that. That's funny as fuck. Well, it's like,
under 60 seconds, and
Black hole.
That might be it. Yep, that is it. Jasper retained. Yeah, he looked good in this match. I liked it. I want him to be like, well, I love that he does the Black Hole Slam. I like that. But I want Jasper to be like one of them scary dudes, you know? Like, put him in a dark outfit. Well, I guess he already is, but like, you know, spooky. If we're gonna have another spooky character, I'm gonna see him doing that a little bit. Oh yeah, so your comment, it's like torta. Torta in Spanish is the big sandwich, whereas torta in Italian is steak. Isn't that crazy? Or like margarita here is like a drink, and then in Italy it's a margarita pizza. With that.
That's that man. That's that man. The star of all television.
Oh, that's Lexus. Okay, good. I'm glad Lexus is doing something. Literally anything. I'm like, I mean, he's been doing stuff on actually. He's been part of that group of NXT invaders that are going after Mike Santana. So him and a bunch of other guys have been jobbing out to some TNA guys.
I have to talk to her. It literally took all 3 of Fatal Influence to beat me and keep the NXT Women's Championship.
That's true.
So of course I'm going to try to get another opportunity. Like, right?
Knock on that.
No. Did you just say you're not done with JC?
Yeah.
No. You are. Because we've got
FGP says, is Heritage Cup still a thing? Yeah.
either Sol or I, obviously. Ren, are you really going to let Kendall have another shot over you? Well, yeah.
I'll
she's a
add
lot
this
better
to
than
my
you right
things
now.
on NXT
Dude,
that I
crazy.
hate.
I mean, I wouldn't be here if
The
it was
team of Sol and Zarya. That's number 5. Number 5.
Last time I checked, JC's beaten both of you. And if anyone's going to get...
Whoa.
Pipe down. The champ is having a meeting with the GM.
Man, Jason's taller than normal today. What is going on? She grew like 5 inches. Okay, what is going on in Ava's office? Poor Ava.
Okay, Ava, look, since you're all here, I'll just tell you all now.
Alan.
I wasn't talking to JC about her next opponent. What I was telling her was that Santino and I spoke, and one of our tag teams is going to get a shot at the TNA Knockouts tag titles. Next week, all of you are going to compete in a triple threat tag team match. So,
Okay.
We were NXT Tag Team of the Year, so I think that should go to us. These two.
Okay, that's interesting.
These
Very,
two,
very
we have a
interesting.
name. Run QCC.
Very, very interesting.
I know. It's gonna make me puke.
How about you guys just go ahead and argue amongst yourselves because Fatal Influence will be bringing home.
I'm pretty sure whatever team, whatever. I'm sorry. Did they say when? I think whatever team from NXT gets that shot is winning those Knockouts championships. I'm pretty positive. Like pretty positive. It's interesting. Interesting stuff. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Let's go through some more comments, see what everyone is saying. Okay, thank you, Alice. SLMXC says next week. Okay, so if that's gonna happen next week, okay, my prediction is. Let me look at these dates. Okay, I predict that. What is the tag team match for TNA? They're going to do the Inspiration versus the Elegance brand. That's either happening, I forgot if it's on the Premiere show or the Genesis show. I keep confusing the cards because they're like 2 days apart. But whenever they do that, I think the Elegance brand will defeat the Inspiration. And then whoever from NXT becomes champs is going to defeat the Elegance brand for the titles. And then that's how we end up with NXT talent as TNA Knockouts tag team champions. That's that. Okay, so thank you, Joseph. He says it's on the Premiere show. Okay, yeah. So on the Premiere show, I'm expecting the Inspiration to drop the titles to the Elegance brand. And then whenever they do the Elegance brand versus the NXT team, then it'll happen there. Unless, I don't know. That's what I'm expecting. If I got the timing of that correctly. That's where I'm at. That's what I think they're gonna do. So we'll see what happens there. Alrighty. That's where we're at with all of that. We got SLXME Amos who says, do we see a Jada return tonight? So I had seen, when was it? I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, a report about Jada looking like she's going to be returning soon. But they didn't say when, but apparently it's like supposed to be happening soon. Again, don't know when, but soon. But if Jada came back and she finally was the one to like dethrone JC Jane, I actually feel like JC Jane and Jada Parker could have like a really good storyline because they're both really good at talking on the mic. So if they want some good like trash talking, them going off on each other, I actually think JC and Jada would do very, very good on all of that. So we will see. And let's see what else we got here. We got King Pope here who says Jada versus JC would be fire. Yeah, I actually think so too, honestly. We got Steven here who says alert Chin. I know. And Chinadu's not going to be here with us today, unfortunately. He's so funny. He's so for those of you who don't know, Chinadu does he hosts like a basketball game before NXT, and I guess like certain weeks they have like a different schedule. So I guess this week he has like what did he say? He's so funny the way he messaged me, though. I'm going to read you guys his message. It's funny. He was like, hey, I'm so sorry, but I can't make it tonight. I'm hosting the UH basketball game, and then the time. He says, I thought the game was tomorrow, so he confused the dates for the game. But then he says, please don't fire me and hire Tempest or Sancho. Chinadu literally said, please don't fire me and hire Tempest and Sancho. And that's the second time he said that because he had to miss last week too because of the game. So like he's like keeps telling me not to replace him. And I'm like, I didn't even know you were gonna be out today. But yeah, so unfortunately, Chin would not be here with us. He's he double booked himself, is what happened here. Good old wrestling world. A term we all access. King.
That was majestic. See, nobody embarrasses the king. He gets away.
Lexus King dresses like one of those dudes that sells drugs in Texas. Like that's how I imagine a Texas drug lord looking.
Open, and I'm gonna be the one to claim that top spot. You know what?
It's like, howdy, here are them drugs.
Birthright. Number 2, take
all right, I'm
charge
gonna
of
stop. I don't want to be
is something
offensive.
we all should be doing.
The king, holding court, dropping knowledge. You guys should be listening because this guy knows what he's talking about. He helped me win this.
It's true.
I can't take this anymore. I'm out. Me either. Freaks. Whatever.
See, some of these rubes will never learn.
Never.
Look, I know you got that 2.
Anthony says you meet many Texas drug dealers,
That my
Denise.
beautiful exotic queen.
I've never
I
met a
need.
drug dealer,
Got it.
not one in my
Say no more.
life.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, Lexus, you cannot just attack people like that. I'm sorry, I have to bring it to Tava's office.
Hey, don't.
I have to. Hey, Miles, not now. I have to get right to Tava's office. All right, I'm sorry. Hey, whoa, relax.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
what's
not
up, Matt
asking you.
Rakeel? Thanks for
I'm
joining.
telling
We also got
you,
James
I
in here.
want
What's up,
one of
James?
those qualified matches. Do you hear me? I will talk to Ava. All right, Miles?
Jihad's like, hey,
I
we
will
don't look
talk to
like that
Ava.
in Texas.
On February 3rd, there is going to be a
funny.
6-man ladder match.
So funny.
And whoever climbs to the top of that ladder and pulls this championship down,
Sharon Dye says your buddy will happy Jada's back. I hope so.
Champion.
Let's see what happens.
And that's the way our night started, Booker. Qualifying matches will begin next week, but I mean...
We got Sarah here who says, okay, Miles, I see you. We got Famous Amos here who says, hot take, put the title on Dion or Miles Bourne. They're doing stuff with them. I feel it.
You feel me?
We're going to find out who is the NXT champion February 3rd. But right now, let's take a closer look at the next international superstar here in NXT.
Oh, yeah. They've been doing this promo as well.
Ce n'est pas à quoi vous vous attendez. Un Français avec un masque.
Ilio
C'est
Lefleur.
unique.
I don't know if I
Ce
said that
masque
right, though.
raconte mon histoire.
Leo
Quand j'ai commencé
Lefleur.
ma carrière à l'âge de 16 ans, j'étais
Began
formé
training
par
at
un
16
luchador
years
mexicain
old.
appelé Nitro. Tous les ans, il venait à Paris dans notre école de catch pour faire un stage. Et il nous a dit qu'il allait donner ce masque à son meilleur élève. À la fin de ce stage, il m'a offert ce masque.
I love the way he talks.
Mais il m'a pris sous son aile.
So
car il a
nice.
vu en moi le potentiel de devenir une star.
Sounds so
L'un des moments
pretty.
de ma carrière.
It sounds so nice.
Maintenant, quand je rentre sur ce ring, je le représente.
I don't know
au grand
one
ce masque.
French word besides like
Avec mon
we.
style, je vais lui faire honneur à lui et à la tradition de la lucha.
I got Sarah here says
Parce
I'm
que
liking
sans
these
lui,
Elio promos so far. Me
Je ne saurais
too.
pas qui je suis actuellement.
I just like to hear him talk, honestly. He could be talking about anything and I'd be like, nice.
The French luchador, Elio Lefleur, is coming
Ilio
to
Lefleur.
NXT. And I'm here to slash the sky.
Ilio Lefleur. You know, it'd be funny
You
if
gonna,
Elio
blindside me with
Lefleur
Vanity
was in a
Project?
team with
Absolutely not.
Nathan
But I'd love
and
to remind you that I
Axiom.
love those boys.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
congratulate you on signing three
Axiom has the
absolute
mask
studs
and
to
Nathan has
NXT.
the
What do you
hair,
want? Get
and
to it.
I wanna
Elio
focus on the
has the
future
hair
of
and
the
the
NXT
mask.
Championship. Boss, who will my qualifying match be against then?
I know, I'm just making up stupid shit now.
No one and never.
Amazing. I don't even have to qualify.
No,
That's
not
decision.
exactly. You're not in the match.
I'm sorry. Why? No. I want to know who here deserves it more.
Yeah, I was
than
gonna
me.
say he should be in the
Nobody
match.
else in this-
I don't think Ava was
Champion
being
had the
fair
year
on
that
this
you did. I
one.
know. And look, I'll put you in one of the qualifying matches, but
yeah,
give me
that's
that title.
he should be in a qualifying match. Yeah.
If you were in the ladder match and you won, you would have to vacate that title anyways, or I would make you do it because remember we're focusing on the future.
Why can't he be a double champ?
After everything I have done with the North American Championship,
Call her out on it,
record
Ethan.
number of title matches in 2025.
Who says
and
you
now
can't be a
2026,
double
we're already
champ?
approaching a
I mean, he's
record number
already a
of
double
days
champ, so
holding
I
this
guess a triple
championship.
champ.
I
My
have
bad.
beaten blue chip prospects, veterans, all the way around the world, and a bunch of zoo animals.
Look, Ethan, I know you've had an incredible year, and yes, you have taken that title to new heights. I mean, you are the longest reigning champion in WWE right now. That's
Oh shit!
that's
Whoa,
amazing.
shit! Really? I did not realize
Are you being
that.
serious right now? You sound like you're being serious. You're not
I
joking.
am. That title deserves all of the spotlight, which is exactly why it'll be defended next week.
Oh,
I did not realize that.
Absolutely not.
Don't you think it deserves all of the recognition?
No.
Well, that's too bad.
Who
because
knew
you are
this?
gonna
Did
be
everybody know
defending it
this?
against the French luchador Ilio Lafleur in his debut match?
Okay, boss, let me get this straight. So this Elio Lafleur is debuting and you're giving him a title match?
Yeah, I mean,
Leo LaFleur
you know
does
something
sound
about
like
that,
a
right?
really fake name, though.
You got
That
it.
sounds like the name I'd say my imaginary boyfriend was named.
What an
Like, oh yeah, I have a
announcement for
boyfriend.
next
What's his
week,
name?
but
Elio
we heard
LaFleur.
that this woman
Oh
was
yeah,
here
for sure.
earlier
You're
tonight.
totally
What
dating
is
an
on the
Elio
mind
LaFleur.
of Blake Monroe? We'll find out.
Honestly, that's exactly what that sounds like. Also, we're gonna see Blake Monroe, so I'm guessing whatever she says today is gonna be like her out. Oh, that's right. She was suspended from the building. So is her suspension up? Isn't she like not supposed to be there? She's not even supposed to be there. She's banned or suspended or whatever the hell Ava said. I don't remember. But awesome. Yeah, I didn't realize that what's his face has the longest reigning championship in WWE right now. Has he been champion longer than the Wyatt Six have been tag team champions? That's the only one where I'm like, I feel like I think they've been champions for like ever. So I felt like I thought she was suspending her forever, by the way, on that. Daryl says she was just banned from the building. Right. So just for that night then, I thought she was like banned forever. Like, bye, you're gone forever. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. We got Jamie Dwyer here who says someone give Tony a map of the building. Guy is wandering around aimlessly. Oh man. Let's see. We got Miami Scorp here who says Blake, exactly. Isn't she banned from the building? Not complaining though. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, she's banned. She's banned forever. She's never coming back. She's just gonna show up on Raw or SmackDown. Oh my God. We got Coho Molo Gyring here who says the ladder match is on his birthday. Nice. February 3rd. Let's see. Wow, that's funny. I can't believe it. We got Cody James here who says Elio LaFleur sounds like a made-up wrestling name for a 1990s wrestling video game when they didn't have wrestling company name. No, honestly, yeah. It sounds like a made-up name. All righty. All right, we're about a minute away from the show coming back. But in the meantime, everybody, please do not mind me as I promote my very first live show, everyone. So I'm not sure how many of you guys may have seen this announcement already or not, but for the first time ever, I'm doing my first show in live, baby, like in person for WrestleMania weekend. I'm going to be part of Circa Mania at the Circa Resort and Casino. I'm going to be hosting a live podcast. I'm going to be there with special guests, which is TBD. I still got to make that announcement as well. A meet and greet, raffles, and more. Like literally, it's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. It's going to be an hour. It's going to be fantastic. I really hope that those of you that are going to Las Vegas for WrestleMania, that you guys will consider checking out my show. I know there's a lot happening there. But if you guys do go to my show, I promise you it will be worth it. And if you do want to go to DeniseLiveshow.com, or you can scan the QR code that you're seeing right now on the screen. That QR code will take you to the ticket website. And you can also click on the link in the description box below. So again, that is DeniseLiveshow.com. And I'm also going to post the link in the description box below. I'm going to start doing live shows this year, and I do got some more announcements that are incoming. But now, let me get the show back on because Blake's on. Alrighty, so yeah, hope to see you guys there. All right, let me... Okay, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
All right, let's see what Blake has to say, guys. This is probably going to be one of her last appearances on NXT, perhaps. We'll see. We got Stephen Marchuli here who says, is Ava talking to a big surprise on phone for tonight? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I would be happy if she was, if we got a big surprise. I feel like NXT needs some surprises. So I hope you're right, Stephen. Thank you, Stephen, for the super chat. All right, let's see what Blake says.
Let's talk about it.
What do you want to talk about?
I came out here with every intention of reclaiming my NXT Women's North American Championship. Yes, I attacked Thea Hale. But so what? All I did was bring a little hell out to play. I mean, it was a travesty. I was even having to compete for my title in the first.
She's a little bit more composed than she was last week. Last week she was on a tear.
Letting Blake Monroe rise to the occasion, they turned it into controversy. They turned it into chaos. I was exactly where I was supposed to be, right in the middle of the conversation. Then suddenly the narrative changed. And instead of answers, I was walked out the building like I'm the problem.
I like how she came out here and she was like, I got a very, very serious way of telling you what is happening. She's acting totally different this week.
On a little secret. When you're as talented as I am, people don't always know what to do with you.
Is that a shoe? What's going on here?
They'll call you controversial. They'll debate about you on commentary. You'll whine about every little thing
Booker and Vic
wrong, but you'll never willingly admit the obvious. Blake Monroe is the standard.
I love Blake so.
Woman in NXT. Ava wants to go on and on about the future and we need something new, but no one even compares to the glamour.
Yeah.
I am
compares to the glamour.
Moment. Every move I make is monumental. It sends you all into a frenzy. I mean, you saw it last week. The spotlight literally only exists because I want it to. And the minute
I love her character.
And the minute you
so
take me out of the equation, we see how fragile a system it really is. I didn't lose control last week. I lost patience. I lost patience with a system that doesn't know how to exist when things aren't convenient. The minute I step out of line, the minute I do something.
This is her NXT pipe bomb.
Those girls can fight over the scraps of attention I left them. In fact, I'll even let them borrow some of my shine. Because every story ends in the same truth.
Yeah, this feels like her goodbye to NXT.
And then there are women who spend their careers.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. Oh, there's Jada! Ah! Jen's not here to see Jada! Finally! Oh my God! We've been waiting for her! Oh my gosh, I got a message to do. Oh, he's gonna be so upset that he's not watching. I just messaged him exclamation points. Let's see if he can figure it out. Let's see if he figures out what the exclamation points mean. We'll wait for Chinadu to respond back. Oh, he's going to be so heartbroken that he missed Jada's return. Miss Parker. Okay, she's about to go off on her because Jada's really good on the mic. So she's about to go to town on Blake. Dude, everyone's going crazy for Jada. She got a really great reaction.
All I gotta say is Miss Parker is
Can I help you?
She didn't hear me talking.
In fact.
Yes,
Oh,
throw
you're talking about
down,
patience,
baby.
Brooke. Jada Parker.
Okay, I love
Needs, man.
Okay, so I guess Blake might stick around a little bit longer to do this with Jada. And I'm not against this. I'm so ooh.
Give me that high.
He brought bro. You brought a lot of fucking energy today. And the crowd, oh shit. Blake just like flew out with her boots and everything.
Action. What else is gonna happen tonight on NXT?
There we go.
Oh my God, guys. Okay, Shinadu responded.
For tonight's
He wrote,
NXT
oh
Profile,
shit.
presented by Progressive.
Okay, Shinadu wrote, he wrote, oh shit, what happened? I'm hosting the game and I don't have it on. And I just wrote back,
Man, 2025
Jada.
was
And he
so
wrote,
wild.
he
I
sent
won
a
season
picture of
2
himself
WWE
and he
LFG
put, what
with the
happened?
help of
Okay, let me
Jada.
tell him. Jada
I got the chance to download
returned
the NXT universe on
and
who I am.
confronted
Before I knew it, I was in
Blake,
the middle of some Christmas
and
chaos.
crowd
and
was
so
super
sick.
hot for her.
Powerbombing stacks on a bunch
Like
of power
massive
cones, bodies
pop.
flying, presents flying.
Like, hold on, like
Kind of reminds me of Christmas
massive
when I was 7. There was
pop.
this family of flying squirrels that was hibernating in
And
the tree by my house. Now,
looks
I didn't get a pet
like
python like I wished for, so
they will
instead,
feud.
I tried to take the squirrels inside and see if they'd wake up. And they did. Now, kids,
All right,
do not
poor
try this at
Chin.
home because it was awesome. Not
So
to
yeah,
everyone else,
Chin's
though.
reaction.
My sister Darkness was freaking out, so dramatic. Christmas tree was falling over. They started ripping out the
I'm
insulation in
dead.
the wall, eating the
He's
Christmas
got-
dinner. My
he's
grandpa was
asking
chasing around
so
with the
many
sledgehammer.
questions.
That was some Christmas chaos.
All right, let's see what this guy's
Anyways,
saying, Shiloh.
Last week I had a little tango with Ariana. I bet you didn't know I could dance like
Oh
that.
yeah, by the way, this clip, I posted this posted my reaction to that.
And usually I take my
And Shiloh saw it.
But
But I felt bad because I captioned it. Ew, I did not like this. I was not a fan at all. And Shiloh Hill saw it and gave it a like.
TNA International title.
And I felt so
After this
bad.
match, TNA and NXT
But,
will find out.
Yeah,
what
that
no one
video did
sleeps
pretty good. It got
on
like
Shiloh
over
Hill.
100,000 views. I was like, oh shit.
Well, is the
Oh my god, guys,
champion
Chinadu
ready
doesn't
for his
believe me.
challenger?
He said, don't play with me, Denise. LOL. He doesn't believe me. He said, I'm gonna check your IG. He doesn't believe me. Chinadu literally thinks I'm fucking lying right now. Oh my god. Yeah, Fredo says, I knew he wouldn't believe you. This is not because I lied to him that one time. That one time I did lie. On his live says he remembers that trick he pulled before. See, guys, this is like the boy who cried woof. Now no one believes me anymore. We got Van the Man here who says, you fooled Chin before, he's using it against you. I know. You know what's funny? Remember when Chin said, oh yeah, Denise, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you back. I'm still waiting. He still hasn't gotten me back. Reg hasn't gotten me back for him having to do the Saturday night's main event watch along. Santi hasn't gotten me back for having to wear the I Love LA shirt. I'm just winning all them damn bets with everybody. Now I just got to get Robin. Robin's the only one I haven't gotten yet. I will. When everyone least expects it. By the way, we got Uncle Don who says, Miss Paka is back. I know. You know what? It's crazy because I feel like that reaction that she got, that reaction was way more than anything I had anticipated. Like, I knew she had a fan base. I knew she was popular. I knew people were asking questions about where the hell is Jada, but I didn't realize she was going to get that reaction. Like, did not realize that kind of reaction. But the fact that we're going into Jada and Blake, That's good. I like that. Like, that's what we need to do. So I guess Blake will probably stick around for a little bit longer. So we'll see. But yeah, this is some interesting stuff. Thank you so much, Uncle Dunk. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, we got All Things Entertainment here who says that reaction makes champions. Yeah, I think so too. Cause like when you get that kind of reaction, the people in the back are gonna be like, oh, well, we gotta do something about that. Like, we gotta capitalize off of this reaction. So yeah, I totally get it. Tracy says, oh, and Reg lost fair and square. So did Santi. They both lost fair and square. Trinadu's the innocent one. I kind of like, trolled him a little bit, but it's very, very fun, man, to make someone believe something. Good times. We got Triple E here who says, shucky ducky quack quack, it's Miss Paka. Yeah, so like I said, she really does have like a pretty good fan base with them. So yeah, for sure. All right, we're still a minute away, by the way. Let's see what we got here. Tony Barajo says Chin should pay more attention to NXT than basketball. He's the host, that's why. For the basketball game that he does. He hosts a basketball game like every week. So that's like his one of his main like jobs that he does. So that's why I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I get it. Like sometimes we take bookings and shit happens. So that's just the way it is. Let's see. We got Otto here who says, I like Jada, but I don't trust them to put her over. Every big match she ever has, they've booked her to lose. Hopefully this time they don't do that. After that reaction, you can't do that to her. She's winning people over. Like, she brought a lot of fucking energy. I was like, damn, girl. Damn. So yeah. Let's see what else we got here. See what everyone is talking about. By the way, shout out to Adam V5, who's also with us here today. We got Alonzo R. Hey, thank you, Alan. He says, love your hair today. Looking pretty as always. Thank you. I did the braids today. Let me get the volume up. We're back. We got the Stone Immaculate here. Says I would belt her up now. Why not her versus JC at Stand and Deliver? You see? But see, like, Stand and Deliver's too long from now. I would do it sooner. That's just me. That's just me.
Look at the size of these guys. They're like a pack of wolves. Here they come.
Let's see. We got Aiden here who says have her win and send Blake up to the main roster. Yup. Your boy KJ says I'm not interested, especially since Jada might go over. Blake should be on the main roster. Yeah. I don't want Blake. I mean, look, the faster the better. Blake getting up to that main roster. But if she's gonna stick around NXT a little longer to feud with anybody, it might as well be Jada. Jay Grau says, Denise, your favorite faction getting a promo. Killing me.
In 2025, we did it all. I mean, we dismantled the family, smashed that tag team goal, beat the greatest of all time, the Hardys at their own game, and we dropped the New Age Golden Boys, Javon Evans and Leon Slater.
Yeah, I don't know what's so hard for y'all to understand, bro. Everybody that stepped the dark state gets dropped.
You know what I should do, Chachin? I should write to him, hey, I'm just kidding. And then he's going to be like, oh, she lied to me. And then he's going to go on social media and be like, she didn't lie. Poor Chidda, I'm just messing with his emotions now.
Dark State standing over Joe Hendricks.
Joe's all by himself.
All fun and games is over now.
Dark State issuing a statement.
We got Johnny T here who says, I always get the Retribution vibe. Yeah, the only difference is that they don't have them out there fucking tweaking and shit. Remember when they were having them do like that seizure stuff for the Retribution? That's like the only difference.
Promise you one thing.
Infamous DJ once says that's a dick move, Denise. Yeah. Evil.
No disqualification main event.
All right, let's see what's next.
Still to come.
Shiloh Hill. I swear, they better not fucking again. I hate it.
for our second
I hate it
championship
so
match
much.
of the night.
By the way,
here
Tracy
on
WV
NXT.
says, so question of the year. What are you wearing for your Vegas show? Oh, you know what? I
Championship
don't
defended
know
right
yet,
now
Tracy.
On Monday, it will be Balor, CM Punk.
I haven't
for the world
decided
title.
yet.
Monday Night
Plus,
Raw,
I'm
special
hoping
start
that
time 3 Eastern,
I'm
noon
working
Pacific,
out,
live
eating
from
healthier.
Belfast,
So I'm
Northern
hoping that by the
Ireland,
time I get to
on
the
Netflix.
by the time I get to April, my goal from now
And
until like
Shiloh
April
Hill
is to
about
drop
to
a couple of
win
lbs.
gold here tonight.
Preferably like 5 to 10
This
lbs.
stack's gonna be able to retain.
So depending
We're gonna find out
on
in
if I can
moments. Let's
do
go
that,
to our
that's
ring
gonna
announcer.
determine my outfit for the for the day. So we'll see. Guess it all depends on whether or not I can actually pull it off. Thank you, Tracy.
International Championship.
But for sure boots though. You know I love boots. So for sure I'll be wearing boots. Maybe some like knee-high boots or something. Anything to make me look taller in front of people. I don't need people seeing me as a shorty. Even with the boots, still a shorty. All right, so we got Shyla versus Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
He is the TNA International.
Yeah, I agree with Van the Man. He says, I love Shiloh Hill. I hope they make it more serious in terms of presentation. That's what I'm saying. If they don't do everything about his freaking tooth, then I'm on board, man. But if they make everything about his tooth, that's gonna hurt him. At least I think so. Maybe because I don't know. You guys tell me. I sometimes, oh dear. You gotta slap him. Oh, he liked it. Little freaky boy. I don't know if I dislike it just because I'm a girl or if this is funny to guys, because this might be boy comedy. I don't know. And I know that there are times where I'm not gonna like boy comedy. And I think this tooth thing might be boy comedy. I don't know. You guys tell me. Van the Man says tooth would be distracting. Exactly. Lewis loves comedy, says Denise, what's worth, Shiloh's tooth or Dark's tooth?
Championship in the spotlight. We found out a new champion will be crowned February
Oh,
the 3rd. We've seen the NXT title hanging high above the ring.
The tooth makes me want to gag. The dark state just makes me want to blow my brains out. So I guess I'm going to have to say Shiloh's tooth. Or like just dark state kind of infuriates me sometimes. So I'm just going to have to say like Shiloh's tooth. Because I genuinely get grossed out.
Onto Grace last week during their tango on my mind. Last time I saw
We got Otto here who says, nah, I don't like the tooth gimmick. I like Shiloh though. Okay. All Things Entertainment says I'm a boy and I do not enjoy that. See, sometimes I don't know because everybody on the Instagram comments was like, that was so funny. I love that. That was so funny. And I'm like,
he certainly
what?
is. And look, Ariana
That was
Grace on the
gross.
outside.
You guys mean this is
She's
funny.
focused on
And so I
Shiloh
started to
back up.
think,
And
oh
I
my
wanna go back to something I
God,
asked you
I
earlier
guess
that
this
we
is
didn't
boy
get into.
comedy. If
Shiloh
all these
ready to be
people are
champion,
saying how
not
funny
just
it
here in
was.
NXT. Here to be champion of another brand, that being TNA.
I mean, the thing is, Shiloh Hill, he's fresh to this business. You wonder how many tools the Shiloh Hill
Oh shit.
bag because you know, like I do, Vic,
He like had his arm and like swung him at the exact same time.
It's fair to say that because much like your relationship with
Thank you. Diamond Money also says it's not funny to him.
defending the Speed Championship, how has The Undertaker helped Shiloh Hill?
You know, I'm still wondering because
We got It's Rep here. Says Shiloh got a lot of
exactly
fans.
what
He
Shiloh Hill
does?
is all about.
I
He's
didn't know
like
he had a
the
YouTube channel.
Mr. Rogers of NXT, always telling these stories.
Oh.
About the Well and all of that. It's about a fight now, son.
We got Mark McKitty here. Says the teeth is the worst thing about it. I like him. Yeah, me too. Like I want to give him a chance.
The only way to win that TNA International Championship.
But at least his clips went viral, right? That's what they want at the end of the day. Like they want people to go viral. And every time they do anything with the tooth, it's probably gonna go viral. Especially if it involves the tooth falling on the chest of a beautiful woman.
Turning it upside down, Shiloh Hill in control. I set on the champion. And
Oh, Jesus.
let's just say, her fiance and maybe that TNA International title.
Wonderful.
Oh dear. Oh. You know what I like about Shiloh is that he's pumped. Like he's not just going out there and going through the motions of the match. Like he's actually putting like energy out there and he's excited to be on NXT. And that makes a big difference, dude, because a lot of guys just go out there and they're like, yeah, I'm a wrestler. Woo. Hey, nice to see you guys. I like people that go out there and they're like, yeah, like, whoa, I'm here, you know, that kind of energy. I don't like the whole, I'm just going through the motion type of thing.
In the center of the ring, which has led us to this championship.
We got Otto here. It says try out people at ringside. You know, I was noticing one of the girls in the crowd, and I'm like, who looks like she's a wrestler? So thanks for pointing that out. Kari here says, I know Chin's happy as fuck right now. He's confused. He's so confused. Yeah, we got Tracy here. It says Duke can be fixed. I like his charisma. He's very likable and has talent. Yeah, exactly.
Stacks talking a little bit of trash, and Stacks has been.
By the way, we got Mr. GRK Chef 13. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. He says Vengeance Day is February 15th. They will probably have Jada and Blake on that show. Oh, that would be fun. Kind of like I don't know. I like the aesthetics of like Vengeance Day, like evil Valentine vibes. That could be very fun. And if they do that match on that show, I'm on board with that. Thank you, Mr. GRK Chef. We also got Jason in the building. Hey, Jason, who I will be seeing at the live show in Las Vegas. He says, if I'm wearing a costume to the Vegas show, you're wearing one. I'm gonna show up like a showgirl.
Still not enough to
oh no, I can't, because then like there'll be men on the streets that are gonna think I'm one of those showgirls and they'll be taking pictures with me, and I'm gonna be like, no. Oh, can I tell you guys? I think I might have mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. Actually, the last time I was in Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure that the person who cleans my hotel room thinks that I'm like an escort. I'm not shitting you, and I'm not like, you know, against it or whatever. I'm not really sure. Whatever, props to whoever does what, but I'm pretty sure she thought I was an escort because they kept seeing me leave my hotel room really late because I was covering like red carpets and things like that. So they would see me leaving by myself, not in a group, not with no one, with high heels, you know, a little cute dress, and then like a case, my case with all my cameras and stuff. They would see me leaving with that, and they would stare at me. I remember this woman and this man were staring at me, and they worked for the hotel, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, what's going on? And then finally, she was like, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, oh, you know, I do this. And she was like, oh. And then I'm like, yo, like, what did she think? Like, I think she thought I was a call girl, because most women that are in high heels and dresses, they're with friends, right? They're in Vegas. They're there for a bachelorette party. You know, they're there to have a good time, right? But she saw me alone. So she probably thought like, oh, yeah, she's working, you know, she's working. And anyways, I had to explain, like, this is what I do for a living. And she had like a look of relief on her face. And I was like, yeah. But a lot of people ask me that, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, a lot of people in Las Vegas have asked me, like, my Uber driver asked me too. He was like, what do you do? They were like, why am I dropping off this girl with this weird luggage? Like, what is happening? Anyways.
And that was about as close as he's gotten in this match. But
Infamous DJ1 says, that's Vegas for you.
Stacks continue to apply the pressure, and we are learning a lot about Shiloh Hill right now, as you were talking about moments ago to me.
All right.
Of the match, Shiloh
we're back from commercial break. Yeah, also, the other thing that I want to say about Channing Stacks is that Ariana Grace, this whole storyline that they've got going, where they're beefing with Santino on TNA, they've actually made Channing Stacks has been showing a lot more personality. Or I don't know if he's showing more personality, or Ariana Grace has so much personality that she's got like leftover personality bouncing off of her and catapulting off of him. I'm not really sure. Hayden Cossack says, I can't do Vegas, man, not my vibe. Oh, I love Vegas, Aiden. You always see some shit in Vegas. I do love Vegas very much. I have a good time. And I don't do anything bad, of course. I gamble like $20, but I just like being there. Even though I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go to the strip clubs or anything. I'm very boring. but I still like being there. Oh, see the fucking tooth again,
so
man.
Means it's all business now for Shiloh Hill.
Bruh. Someone bring Isaac Yankum. In an alternate world, we would get Isaac Yankum versus Shiloh Hill.
The drums or the bongo, but whatever the hell he's doing, he's certainly beating Stacks down.
Oh, man.
We're about to witness a new champion.
Hey, nice.
In a
Nice.
bit of
Flips.
offense.
I like flips.
No way. Stacks.
Yeah, Rally Cap,
Able to
Jonathan, I
kick
agree,
out
says,
and-
yeah,
and
they're a
look
funny
right
couple. I
now.
agree. From his DJ1 says they're good with each other.
Is in an
James says
area
Stacks
we've
is a
never
lucky
seen
dude.
him
Yeah,
before,
she's fun
but he
and
does
she's
not
beautiful.
seem to be out of place.
Or
And what are you learning now about Shiloh Hill? What are you seeing right now from the LFG?
by the way, we got Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Who says Stacks has the charisma of an unplugged air fryer.
A lot.
Damn!
I like that.
Alrighty, Cyclops, congratulations. You win most savage super chat of the day.
First over that middle
Congratulations.
rope, and right back in. We've seen a lot of that impactful offense from Channing
That's
Stacks
funny.
Lorenzo
I like it.
in this
Thank you,
match.
Cyclops.
Hoisting a double gutbuster.
But yeah, I do think that
Into
I
the
do
cover
think
after
that
driving the air out of Hill's lungs and a right shoulder.
hey, that's a good
just
idea,
got
Jahan.
him
Says,
so
hey,
the
have
fight
Gucci sponsor you at Las Vegas. Hey, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
right.
I don't know why I didn't think
He's
about
never been in
that.
a match like this. He's never
Like,
gone
where's
this-
my
this
brain?
deep into a match right now. You can look at his eyes. You can tell he's won.
Yeah, so but
He's
I
won
was, but I think
right now.
Channing Stacks is bringing out a little bit more. Just
In the
slipping
eyes of
away.
Ariana
We're
Grace
seeing
on
some
the
personality
outside.
come out
His
there.
back up comes Stacks. Shiloh Hill able to pick up the.
Oh no, leave her alone. Leave her alone. Don't haunt her with the tooth again. Oh no. Not this again.
Well, I mean, at least he was.
Poor
at least put his
Ariana,
tooth
she's
back
like
in, right?
scarred for life. You know
I
what
think
this
that's what we
reminds me of a little
witnessed.
bit?
Whoa!
Remember when Queen Charmel kept getting
Stacks didn't like what he
as
saw.
Boogeyman?
Might not like what he sees here. Is Grace trying to run interference? Couldn't
Wait a
catch
minute.
on.
That's what that kind of reminds me of. Oh, come
The
on.
official can see exactly
Made it
what's
so.
going on.
Ah!
Shoulder shot.
The referee was like, I'm done with this shit. Fucking kicked his leg off. Him and his arm off, whatever. That was funny. No! Oh my God. She even took the shoe off for it.
No, wait, no.
I was like, what is happening here? I mean, look, if this wasn't a title match, then I would have been like, Shyla totally needs to win. But because it's for the TNA Digital Championship, whatever championship it is, I don't even know anymore. That was not gonna happen. Like they're in a whole storyline on TNA. Like he wasn't gonna drop the title. But Shyla did look good though. Like I said, he brought energy. Thank you, International Championship. Thank you, Joseph. Too many fucking titles. I don't even know what everyone's title is anymore.
NXT and TNA are gonna have to continue to
So
deal with
he looks great in the match though.
It is
Hill looks
box.
great in the match,
What is
so
box?
that's a win. All right, so up
this
next we got
woman
Izzy Dame
shocked us all.
doing
We're
her
gonna hear from the new women's North
doing
American
her
champion Izzy Dame for the first
celebration.
time as champion next.
All righty. Let's mute the commercials. All right, what do we got in here? Let's see what everyone's talking about. Let's see. We got Triple E here. It says, I still can't believe the Undertaker trained this guy. Yeah, he seems very fond of him too. From the few LFG episodes that I actually caught, I got extremely bored by LFG, so I kind of just like gave up on the show. So, sorry. But yeah. Sorry. Joseph Boza here says, this episode of NXT has been blah. The biggest highlight has been Blake Monroe and Jada Parker for sure. That, and then also the announcement of how they're going to determine the new NXT champion. And those have really been the big things. But we still got 36 minutes left on the show, so we'll see what else we get from everything else. Marshman says, oh, joy, we're going to hear Izzy talk. Okay, I'm trying to figure out, why hasn't Izzy Dame connected with the crowd yet? Like, what is it? Tracy, I didn't actually. The card, I never got it. I feel so bad. No, I didn't get it. And I've been, I mean, I've checked my mail every day and I have my, my little stacks of my little cards, but I didn't get it, Tracy. I'm so sorry. I don't know what must have happened. Let's see. We got Van the Man here says Keanu Carver made a strong impression. We got Infamous DJ1 here says Jaden Blake was the highlight. Let's see. Alrighty. All right. Okay, here we go. We got some theories. We got All Things Entertainment says that Izzy ignores the hate, which makes her robotic. That is one thing that I do kind of want, because she's a heel, right? And when the crowd is like booing her, and I think that's going to come with experience, of course, like where she can kind of, vibe with the crowd a little bit more. So I think that might help, because I think right now people are kind of like Fredo here seeing her more as a generic heel wrestler. So I think once she kind of like breaks out, then we'll see what happens. Hayden Cossack says, Tracy, are you the lady who makes good snacks? Yes, she is. She makes that what is it called again, Tracy? That the crumble thing that you made. There's a name for it. And it's like the peanuts. I think it's like peanuts and it's like a crumble, whatever. Tracy made that and it was great. But Tracy Tracy says it was supposed to come with a gift. Dang it. Yeah, no, it was well, I mean, trust me, I ate the hell out of that gift. I ate the hell out of it. Who knows? Maybe I was eating so fast I ate everything, including the wrapping. Thank you, Tracy, though. That was so nice, though. Literally the highlight of my holidays. Let's see. The boy says Denise gonna roll up to Vegas with a cold mute bodyguard in a suit. I should hire like whoever's the most scariest person in my family. I should hire them to be my scary bodyguard. That's so funny. We got Ted here who says, can't wait for this Thursday's TNA Impact on AMC debut show. Yeah, man, I'll be here for that. I'll be streaming for that. I'll be here streaming for that and for Genesis as well. Johnny T suggests that maybe Izzy dump the Culling. Yeah, but the Culling, they need her. I think crack candy. There you go, Tracy. That's the candy she made, the crack candy. What did I say? I said crumble. All right, let me get the audio back. What are they doing here with EO?
I like hype.
We got Diamond Money here. It says the highlight of my night was Jada Parker being back. Big Time Baxter says Denise Wesley and the Rascals are free agents. Why is HBK not trying to lock them in? Maybe they're already taken someplace else.
I don't know. Climb up the cage and then
we don't know. We'll find out what happens with them because it's all of them too. So we'll see what happens.
She's the genius in the sky, but this is ridiculous.
I'm kind of stupid. I didn't realize since I put on the trash can.
We got All Things Entertainment. It says hire your husband. Wink, wink. I'm gonna hire my AI hubs.
And oh my gosh,
yeah, Io Sky is featured in she's featured in whatchamacallit. She's featured in Unreal. We got Triple E here says if Izzy dumps the Calling, there would be no Calling. Yeah, no, there wouldn't be. Unreal. I'll be covering that too at some point. So keep an eye out for my review video on that.
Unreal Season 2
hey, what's up, Steven Romero?
Next Tuesday.
We got Ted here. Says, I think Calling heel turn on her, not Izzy turn heel on the Calling. All right, let's see how she does. Because I didn't think her promo last time was bad. I think the only thing I had said was that I did want to see her like work with the crowd a little bit more.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new NXT Women's North American Champion.
Yeah, no reaction, guys.
Izzy.
Let's see if maybe she'll get some boos. She's got to get some reaction.
Was the first to get into the ring and answer.
Yeah, Miami Scorp says great preview with EO
last week. NXT on the seat.
Damn, they muted Vic Joseph. He didn't even finish what he was saying. He was like, NXT on the seat. Boop. Okay, let's see. They're chanting for Tatum. Okay, at least they're making noise. That's good.
And everyone who thought they understood how this division works, welcome to your new reality. I am your NXT Women's North American Champion. Not Tatum Paxley, not Thea Hale, and certainly not Blake Monroe, me. Now, I'm not going to sit here and give you guys the same tired story about how I finally got my moment and made the most of an opportunity, because that's what people say when they stumble into success. And let me be clear. This was not stumbling into success. This was calculation, timing, and simply outsmarting everybody else. I would like to talk about how funny it is, how happy everybody here was that I lost to Tatum Paxley last week.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we were.
Now, can I ask why? Because what exactly did you guys think I was going to do after that loss? Cry? Go to the back and hide in the
some good
shadows
points.
and wait for another chance because that's what all of you would have done?
Yeah, I
One
would
thing
have
about
cried
me,
too.
I don't waste losses. I study them. And while every other woman back there sits there and feels sorry for themselves, I'm watching, learning, figuring out exactly how this place runs, who panics, who folds, who is delusional enough to think that emotion is a strength instead of a weakness. All that loss did for me last week was bring me clarity.
Oh no, guys. They're chanting turn her mic off.
It made me remember that the
Oh,
calling has
no.
always been about removing weakness, exploiting
no,
mistakes,
guys.
and making sure that when moments come, every other person is already out of place and I am standing exactly where I plan to be all along. Every step, every move, every second has always been a part of my plan. And
Damn.
last week proved
I think
that
I would
I'm
run
always
out and start
3
crying. I could never
steps
be a wrestler,
ahead.
guys. If my
And
promo
I
sucked
engineered
and
my
people chanted turn her mic off, I would
designed
die.
The outcome. And because
I would
of
die.
that, I am now a champion. And everybody wants a piece of it.
Man, why'd they send her out there with such a wordy
Let's not act like I
promo?
didn't hear you out here earlier, already wanting a shot at my title. Well, wanting something and getting it are two very
I feel like they
different
did a
things,
disservice
Mamacita.
sending her out there
And
like
Thea,
that.
oh, Thea, I know you're back there right now, running around, convincing yourself that the louder you whine, the better chance you have at getting a rematch. But crying doesn't change the fact that this title is mine now. And I am in control of exactly when and how anyone gets close to it. Just ask Tatum Paxley how I operate. All of you love Tatum so much.
Damn, they gave her a
Apparently,
wordy
love
ass
just
promo,
isn't
guys.
enough to keep
Like
someone on top.
wordy. This
I
is
mean,
starting to sound
I
like a
didn't become
PowerPoint
champion because how
presentation.
beloved I am. I became champion because I think faster, plan longer, and pull the trigger without hesitation.
I think if she
And if
believed
anyone,
what she was saying,
and I mean
the promo
anyone,
would work.
thinks that they're
But
gonna get
I
close
think
to
that's
this
the
title,
problem.
Then they need to understand what they're signing up for.
Like,
'Cause you're not
she's got the
fighting for a
voice,
title.
she's working
You're
on the
walking into a
delivery,
trap,
but she just
a
doesn't
game
believe
that
it. And
you
I
didn't
think the
even realize
crowd's
has
seen
already
right through
begun.
that.
And that just is what.
There's Tatum.
Well, Tatum
Totally
Paxley
different
trying
reaction.
to make her way to the ring to get her hands
Yeah, I was gonna say
on
also
Izzy
some
Davis. She
entertainment
broke
says great
through.
memorization
Tatum
skills.
got
Yeah, I would
Tatum
not
got
remember
it.
that whole fucking promo. That's another thing that I do think that is a pro is that she has the good memory for the promos.
I wonder if Izzy prepared.
Oh fuck, she really took him out.
Well, that's going to cost Tatum. Tatum just dropped an official.
Whereas like Tatum barely says a word and everyone's like, woo!
Brittany Saints, earlier tonight, Ava announced
That's because like whatever they're doing with Tatum just works for Tatum, you know?
And you seem to be of the opinion that the title should have just been
All right,
handed
there's
to
Ricky.
you. And you took exception to that announcement. Have you had a chance to cool off since then?
What happened to unbiased journalism around here? Yes, I have time to cool down. And I went and had a conversation with Miss Ava. And you know what we talked about? We talked about when I was old. I was owed a rematch, so we came to a compromise. Oh, Ricky Saints did not need to qualify for the match. I'm in the ladder match. And guess what? Breaking news. I'm going to be front row and center for some of these qualifying matches next week.
Okay.
One of them being Shawn Legacy versus Eli Knight, and the other being Joshua Briggs.
Which one's
versus
Eli
Shiloh
Knight?
Hill. And Miss Ava talked about being new. Well, guess what? We're going brand new. We're going triple, double, platinum brand new.
Bro, they gotta show me
Did I just hear
pop-ups
you
for all these
say
names.
Shiloh? I just beat that Trailer Park Chief, and now he's getting a qualifying match before me?
Yeah, your girl helped you win the match. But it's all right. You still have the title, still have the girl. Come on.
Let's talk.
Oh, look, there's the Texas drug dealer.
Well, no rules, and
All
it
right,
seems
let's see.
fitting
Oh,
for
the
these
Joe Hendry,
two.
the
Joe
athletics
Hendry,
match is next.
the
All right, so
Athletics.
that's the main event for
No
today.
disqualification. It's
Oh
our
my
main event,
gosh,
and
what
it's
a
next
day,
on NXT.
everybody. What a day. Let's see. Yeah, we got FGP here who says the crowd can always tell when you're phoning it in. Yeah, it's a sixth sense that wrestling fans have, I feel. I can't explain it. But yeah, let's see. We got Arnold here who says promo was too long. Otto here says that headbutt to the ref. Yeah, I was gonna say I noticed that too. I was like, damn, girl, you about like the ref didn't do nothing to you. Damn, she took his ass out. Literally took his ass out. Let's see what else we got here. But here's the thing though, like if Izzy Dame, or if and when she gets really good at promos, she's always getting like, this is gonna be a hell of a story whenever she does interviews. If in like 2 years I interview her and she's on Raw and she's good at promos, I'm gonna be like, girl, how was it when you were getting booed on NXT for your promos? She'll have a fun story to tell. So yeah, there's that. There's at least that. Let's see what else we got here. And yeah, like there were some pros and some cons to it. So I would say the cons was just that she didn't believe it. She doesn't believe the character. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Not believing the character and then not being able to work with the crowd. Like she could have snapped at the crowd. She could have talked some shit, literally anything. But the fact that she just kept going, even though they were saying like, turn the mic off, literally anything would have done well. Some sort of reaction. Then I would say the pros to her promo is she memorized a lot. Like there was a lot in there, by the way. So I would say the memory was good. I think she's working on the tone. The tone was there. Like there were certain moments where I did like the way that she would emphasize certain words. I did like that. She's working on the facials. That was like, getting better. So there were some pros in there. So let's just see where else it goes from there. But again, it's just one of those things where, we've seen people be bad at promos and then all of a sudden they just keep working and working at it. And the next thing you know, they get comfortable. We got Uncle Donk here who says, stop staring at the hard cam, Izzy. Talk to the crowd too. Yeah, I feel like I wonder if they told, because this is not the first time she's gone out there. If this was the first time, then I get it, because this was the same criticism we had last time that she was out there. But considering that now she's out there again, I'm surprised that I wonder if anyone has told her, hey, maybe say this to the crowd, or here's a trick of what you can do when the crowd is essentially like heckling you, right? They're not going with what you're saying. What can you do? Like, I don't remember the last time we got a turn somebody's mic off chant. I really, really don't. And especially NXT, that it's so like, so personal in there. Like you hear everything. If someone calls their mom in there, we're going to hear that conversation. So I just feel like I hope that they're working with her on that, because they keep sending her out there like this. Ooh, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But I'm telling you, she has a really good look. And I hope that they're able to figure out what they can do with Izzy Dame. So we'll see, man. Because I see her and I'm like, she's blonde Shailene Woodley. Like, that's how I see her. She looks like Shailene Woodley, but blonde. And I like Shailene Woodley because I like her shows and things that she's in. But anyways, yeah. Thank you, Uncle Donk, for the super chat and sending in your thoughts. All right, we're back on NXT here.
WWE World is back in Las Vegas. WrestleMania 42. The
By the way, we also got
experience will take place.
got Bob Ross Jr. here. It says, I'm sorry, but Shiloh gives me Chris Benoit and Bray Wyatt vibes from his character work and presentation. IDK if I like it. No, I don't get Chris Benoit vibes. No, definitely not. I also don't get Bray Wyatt vibes from him. No, I don't get those vibes. No. Just don't think about that. Don't think about, especially Chris Benoit. Don't think about that. Don't think about that. Like Bray Wyatt, okay, cool. Bray Wyatt was a really great character, great promo, great presence. On that end, okay, awesome. But yeah, thank you, Bob. We got Sheldon Jackson. He says, I saw Izzy talking, but it sounded like the Peanuts when adults were talking, and I didn't give two shits. Was she? I feel so bad for Izzy.
Tatum Paxley's being kicked out of the building. Vic Book. Yeah, that's really.
Wait, they took out Tatum Paxley out of the building? I mean, she did take out the. She did take
We have the real story for you.
Right here.
Just wait. I mean, Jackson, I'm surprised he hasn't already heard, but yeah.
But yeah, I do feel bad for Izzy though. That was tough. I felt bad for her. Thank you, Sheldon.
Man, I can't wait to see what other crazy girls we run into now we're here.
Super true, super true.
Damn, he's already trying to get some girls, bruh.
Keeping
Keeping your pants for a second.
Evolved champion, of course. Of course, I'm going to be in a qualifier for the NXT Championship, right?
I mean, Jackson, bro, I bet you will. And Stone literally just talked to Ricky and I, and next week we're wrestling Chase U.
Chase U's going to learn what everybody else already knows, and that's at the Vandy Project in 22. Keanu's here. Bell.
Excuse me, Keanu. Keanu, can I grab a quick word?
Get out of my face, bro. What y'all got this camera in my face for, man? Watch out.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Well, I think we're back.
All right,
and
okay.
We found out that
screenshot this.
tonight there will be a ladder match. It's February the 3rd to determine
Next
a new
Tuesday,
NXT champion. Ricky
Josh
Saints
Briggs
is
versus
already
Bella
in.
Hill.
Who will join
Shawn
him?
Legacy
There are the
versus Eli
first
Knight.
two
Okay, I've never
qualifying
seen
matches
Eli
that'll
Knight
take
that I know
place
of.
next week live.
So
right here
I've seen Shawn Legacy. He can do flips.
We also found out tonight that Ethan Page knows who his next challenger is. It's none other
Elio
than the
LaFleur
French
is going to
luchador
make his
himself,
debut on
who will be
NXT
making
next week
his NXT
for the North
debut,
American
who leads
Championship
next week
against
as
Ethan
North
Page.
American champion. And there's
Elio LaFleur, my imaginary boyfriend, Elio LaFleur. We're also going to see a triple threat tag team match. Zaruka, Ren QC, and Fatal Influence. I swear, if Zaruka wins, I'm going to be livid.
Now it's time for our notice
I feel so bad. I'm going from Ren. I'm rooting for Ren QC in that matchup. All right. My time for my favorites. Okay, everybody be quiet. Nobody talk. Dark State's coming out. I want my full and utter attention on Dark State.
Introducing first, weighing in at 253 pounds, Dark State's Dion Lennox.
Booker, doesn't this stipulation fit Dark State and Dion Lennox?
I don't know. I mean, Joe Henry, I don't think he's going to be coming out here without thinking about Dark State and everything that's going on. We're going to find out.
All right, here's Joe. I think Joe should be in the running for NXT champion.
Not going to say anything.
Get into the smile. Oh, Joe's serious today. He's in serious mode today. We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine here. Says they have big do you know who my father is energy. The Vanity Project boys. Yeah, they do. They're very like, you know, when everyone's always like saying, oh, the younger generation, they don't want to work and they're just on TikTok. You know those people that say that? They see the Vanity Project. I think that's what they're gonna see. They're like, oh yeah, these kids, they just on TikTok and don't want to work. That's the Vanity Project.
You weren't gonna do anything.
But I won't give them the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, the Golden
Well, I haven't
Globes
really
just the
seen
other
too
day.
much
There's
of
no
them,
way in hell
so
you're getting a Grammy.
I got
I'll
to see
tell
them
you
in the
that
ring.
right now.
What if they go in
But
the ring?
this, it's
They'll
no
earn my respect.
disqualification. And
But as
as
of
I
right
said
now, they're
earlier,
just
no
boys.
rules. That's
I
just
got to see
right
them in
for
the
these
ring.
two. As the bell sounded,
Thank you,
this
Cyclops.
one underway.
Everything
Derek
changes
Sanders,
once you
our
go in the
official,
ring
he's gonna have to keep
and
his
you
head
work.
on a swivel.
Then
Dark
I
State is out
will,
here.
you know,
OTM appears to be in the
root for
grip
you.
of Joe Hendry. All these men were involved with what happened earlier tonight. A massive brawl to kick off the night with everyone.
Dion Lennox, by the way, I do think has potential. He just needs character. He's got no character. Like I think that's the only thing that's. I think Dion Lennox looks good. He's a charming fella. He just needs
as Dion Lennox right now focused,
personality. Come out, really come out and show it to us.
Wrong part of town, getting back into the ring.
I'll tell you something.
We got Miami Scorpio says, I believe in Joe Hendry.
Right now, he can have tag team but he said no.
Uncle Don, hey, Uncle Don, thank you so much, man. He says, it's all good. It's all part of the process. Remember how bad Liv was? Look at her now. Yeah. I mean, her, remember, even like, was it Bailey? I think it was Bailey. Like, Bailey struggled for a while. Who else? There's a lot of people. Ricochet, his whole WWE career struggled, and then he went to AEW, and suddenly he couldn't stop talking at all. Bad promo that turned into a good promo. Braun Breaker's still working on it, getting there. Yeah, we've seen situations like that where it can happen that way. But that's the best case scenario. Best case scenario is you get better at promos.
It seems like he got a halo.
Thank you so much, Uncle Don.
There's something about it, man. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
There's something about Dion Lennox as well in Dark State, who arrived nearly.
I feel like I never know what Booker T's talking about.
Here to NXT, and if you remember, they came in and they went right to the top.
Like if you miss 30 seconds of whatever Booker T's talking about, you're lost.
Cover off the backbreaker hook of the leg.
Chua says, Denise, shouldn't you join you for your post show? No, not today. I hope he's back next week. I thought he would be back today, but he had another responsibility. They're just running from the grind, guys. Running from the grind. I'm not the couch into. Hey, what's going on, man? You missed 2 shows back to back.
So let me ask you this, because Joe,
Even though Chin keeps messaging me not to fire him, I'm not going to fire Chin for taking work. That would be crazy.
I wouldn't necessarily call him the leader, but he's definitely quarterbacking this thing, and he's doing a hell of a job.
Taylor Cannon says, I never know what Booker's talking about.
Let's go back to the 55 beating, perhaps.
I feel like Booker T is the only commentator that can just go out there and say and do whatever, and everyone's just like, all right, whatever, bro. Even though we don't understand what's going on, whatever, it's fine, whatever. We got Diamond Money here says, there's times I don't know what the heck Booker T is saying.
NXT.
All right, we're back in 3 minutes. Let's see what else we got here. We got Aiden Cossack here says Booker's on autopilot more. Triple E says, are you ready for TNA? I am. I'm excited for them. I'm looking forward to see what they do. In particular, I'm curious to see how they're going to utilize AJ Styles. That's the one that's got me like, well, what's going to happen with AJ? What's AJ going to do? What's he going to say? Who's he going to give the rub to on the show? We'll see.
Was it wise of Hendry to want this sort of
I keep calling him so I'll volunteer.
So that's equalizers to Dark State.
Oh,
funny. The numbers book, it's still 3 and 4.
Let me tell you something.
We got Jonathan here who says, I'm still trying to know what Chicken Ducky Quack Quack means.
He knows what they think. I mean,
Hey, what's up, Dan Jackson? He says, what's up, DD? I missed most of the show. I can't wait to hear the recap. Don't worry, I gotcha. We'll talk about it. It'll be a good time. We got Aiden here says, bum they can't make that TNA show live Thursday. Don't worry, please watch the replay if you want it.
Next week, Legacy, someone
Sebastian King says, Booker doesn't know what Booker's talking about.
I also think that maybe a win in this match
And the man
will obviously go a long way to our general manager,
right?
Ava, and who gets the next round.
And promoted him like a period in person.
Joe Hendry's not the guy that's got so much.
The only thing that I don't like about the AMC thing is that it's on so late. Like a whole extra hour. How dare you make me wait a whole extra hour? Like, I don't remember the last time I had to watch a wrestling show at 6 o'clock my time. I don't know how I feel about 6 o'clock, all right, guys? I'm a 5 o'clock girl, all right? 5 o'clock, that's when I start watching my wrestling. 6 o'clock? I don't know about that. We got Jason here who says, hopefully they do something with AJ this time. They talked him up for a big return a few months ago, and he barely did anything. Yeah, no, the only thing he did was put over Leon Slater, which was awesome, but that was it. People wanted something more with him. Like, is he going to have a match? Is he going to say he's going to come back for a match? People wanted something specifically with AJ. Johnny says Queen Sharmell doesn't even know what Booker T's talking about.
Name in this industry at a certain
Oh,
point in
man.
time last year.
In 2025, definitely Joe Hendry set the bar as far as the biggest stars are around. Joe Hendry,
But yeah, like even for TNA, like that's late. Johnny T's like 10 p.m. New York City time. I can't know. If you're telling me to just tune in at 10 o'clock for something, I'd be like, peace.
2025, a year that saw him enter
But that's
the
because I'm
Royal
not used to
Rumble,
watching
a year that
wrestling
saw him
late. If
face
you're in the East
Randy
Coast, you're
Orton
used to watching
at
wrestling late.
WrestleMania. But here right now, he's in the
I'm
ring with
not.
Dark
I'm used to
State's
watching it
Dion
early.
Lennox.
All right, we're back in 2 seconds on the show.
No disqualification
2
match
seconds.
continuing between Joe Hendry and Dion Lennox. And these two started the night fighting. They were at each other last week. These two haven't been separated. There's actually been an ongoing, really, issue between Dark State and Joe Hendry. If you go back into the cover to Joe Hendry and jumping out of refrigerators, trash cans, always just finding his way. And what is Sugar's here right in front of us. You can see him in the back part of your screen. It looks like he's starting to plan and plot. He is the man who's about the X's and O's.
It's all about that master plan. How many times have I said it, Victor? Preparation. Preparation is the only luck in Dark State.
We got Big Time Baxter here who says, Denise, with the speed matches, how do we find ourselves in situations where Jasper is doing grapple slow? I actually thought Jasper looked good today. But yeah, I get it. With speed matches, you got to have a little bit more
is to defeat.
You got to go and get it, right? Like, there's no stalling. Like, you got to go in, get in, get out. This is in and out, bro. In and out. Get the job done. John Harris says, Pacific time zone is crazy. I could imagine football coming in early in the morning. Oh, yeah. Most of the games that my husband watches are, he usually watches the Jets at 10 a.m. We're used to it, obviously. But yeah, like, it's the thing that he does. Like, he wakes up, he'll have his breakfast, you know, maybe go to the gym in the morning, and then he'll be sitting down ready to watch the game by 10 a.m. And I'll barely be waking up. I wake up and I'm like, is the game on? So funny. But yeah, no, we kind of got used to it. But like when they're in London though, their London game, he has to get up at like 6 a.m. to watch when they're in London. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Thanks for being here, man. Hope you're doing well. Oh, he handed him the brass knuckles.
Some custom brass knuckles. A big right hand, and again, it is all legal. No disqualification. Will it be enough? Whoa! I thought Dion Lennox was knocked.
We got Maxwell here says this match is boring. It's a no DQ match. I think they could shimmy up the no DQ a little bit more.
Some way this fight is continuing. And oh, whoa! Big fall away slam. And Joe Hendry starting to feel it.
Come on,
I'm so glad I was muted. I was like, I'm so glad I was muted right now. I almost dropped my drink on myself.
Looking for that standing ovation.
Yeah, Triple E here says, BTW, I love how NXT is building new stars. They got to. There's no other option. It's do or die, bro. Do or die on that.
Right now, Lennox is swinging for the fences.
We got Jason here says, Pacific time for sports is awesome. Monday Night Football ends at 8 second Eastern time zone.
Wearing down and wearing out.
Oh,
Joe
man.
Hendry. Well, I think Hendry had enough. And it's
Ouch, right in the love handles, baby. There's nothing worse than hitting your love handle. Happens to me all the time. There are certain parts that just hurt worse. When you get hit, like right in the lonja, like right here.
But Dion getting hoisted.
That's your Spanish word for lonja. No, Spanish word for love handle.
Into the cover.
Your rolls. Every time I hate it when it happens. I hate when I get hit there or when I get hit in like my arm fat. I'm just like, oh no. This is not good for me.
Joe Hendry.
This hurts. It'll ruin my day.
Sit down style. Lennox
Got all
rolling
of
into the cover.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see Joe Hendry lose.
OTM.
They got to get Joe Hendry's star power back up because bro was like the most popular person on the wrestling planet for a bit, and they've watered that down a little bit. I feel.
Fight, set, to explode.
Oh my gosh, Saquon.
Something's gotta give.
He was so hyped he like went overboard.
David Bryson coming in a fight, man. I like it. This is backup. This is real backup. Like
Johnny says, is Dark State only slightly more successful than Retribution? I would say so. They've held tag team gold or gold tag team gold.
Too, as this fight is going on, this match
Dan Jackson says, y'all being disrespectful to East Coast people like myself.
That table was brought out by Dark
Poor
State,
Dan.
who's now
Dan's like,
far
damn it, I stay up till like midnight watching wrestling.
Situation under control.
Give it up for Price and them. My thing is, I was wondering if you could really.
I feel like no matter where you live, you're used to the time zone that you've got,
so
you know?
to protect Joe Hendry as it wanted to be them getting a piece of Dark State. But right now, Hendry with a chair, Lennox with a chair. Oh, here we go, and things between these two starting to pick up. Oh, no, spine buster! Right on that seat, chair to the spine, and Hendry's back is starting to well. NXT Universe is beside themselves. They want to believe as Hendry turning things around. And right now, standing ovation for a second time. And Lennox able to kick.
Bill W's so bad. They're starting to get a little bit more fun spots in there. The chair little war that they did, power bomb. All right, they're working towards it. They're working towards it.
Well, you know what's on the mind of the NXT Universe in this no disqualification matchup, as now this is starting to break down into an all-out slugfest.
This crowd's rabid, man. You know they
I see a nice little spear into the table.
Oh, a table snap, spear style from Dion Lennox, dragging out Hendry into the cover. And yet again,
nope, kicked out.
Well,
yeah, I don't want Joe Hendry to lose today.
Came out of absolutely nowhere.
Tracy says, Denise, what are your favorite colors? I change every year. Right now, I'm in a purple phase. So purple right now is my current favorite color. Last year was blue. Before that, it was red. And then before that, it was yellow. Oh, there's Tony D. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, finally, let's see what we get out of this.
Shot from Tony D'Angelo. And that was a second one. Tony D'Angelo just targeted Lennox.
Why is he helping Joe Hendry?
Okay, so he's helping Joe? Maybe not.
You said it earlier. He was wise.
I don't think so.
He knew he had someone
yeah,
in his corner.
come on. That we all saw through that.
What in the world?
I was like, there's no way. Why would he be helping out Joe Hendry? That makes no sense. Oh, wait, I guess he...
Now he's dragging Joe
in a way, kind of is.
Lennox.
Oh, he's a twisted individual. What is he doing? What is Tony D's What is Tony D's agenda? I hate that that's the way Joe Hendry. I do not like the way they're doing Joe Hendry on this show. They have like I don't know what they're doing with Joe. He does, yeah. Chill guy here says Tony should already be moved up. Oh, not Tony. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Joe. Joe Hendry should not be on NXT, guys. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to make.
I don't feel it. I'm not feeling this Joe Hendry NXT run. And Tony D's emo look isn't doing anything for me.
General Manager Ava, who's got some security out here.
So far, I'm not Is it gonna be?
And Tony D'Angelo is attacking the security. And look, this was a night
I don't know
championship
that I
questions
feel like
were
I
answered by
care
our general
about what they're
manager,
doing with
but
Tony
now
D
we
at the
have to look
moment.
at this man,
Although I'm
Tony
trying to.
D'Angelo,
I'm trying
who's
to
wiping
care.
out the security from our general manager. What are Tony D'Angelo's
I like his beard and his hair.
Because like a vigilante in the shadows, it doesn't matter who you are. With Ava looking on,
Ava, what you gonna do, girl?
there is no loyalty from Tony D'Angelo.
The side eye. I don't know, man. This isn't moving the needle for me per se. Wait, is NXT not over yet? Hold on, it says NXT will be back in 50 seconds. But it's already 7. Is this a botch? A glitch? A Netflix glitch? Are they lying to me? What is happening? What is happening? I feel like they're gonna make me wait 34 seconds to then just tell me the show's over. Watch. They're so gonna do that to me. They're gonna be like, hey, in 25 seconds, we'll be back. And then they're gonna be like, the show is over, by the way. Oh, in 20 seconds, they're gonna do that to me now. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Oh, what jerks. They're keeping me on here longer for no reason. They never do this, by the way. Okay, 5 seconds. Oh, man, they're still going to do me dirty right now. They made me wait 45 seconds for the dun-dun. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? Like, usually the show just ends and you get the dun-dun. This time they were like, no. Hey, we're going to be back in 50 seconds, okay? Winding down the clock. Dun-dun. What jerks, man. You know what? Netflix, I'm done with y'all, okay? I am done with y'all. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh my God. All right, let me cue everything up for today. But before we get into the post show, guys, again, friendly reminder that unfortunately Chinadu is not with us here today. He is running from the grind and leaving me hanging. How dare he? This was the night I most needed to hear from him. But anyways, before we get into our post show, just a friendly reminder to everybody about our sponsor, Blue Chew. Fellas, you already know what time it is. It's time to level up, and Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. I'm talking next level championship bout, gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. This is the 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under your tongue and works in as little as 15 minutes. That means that you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. Blue Chew's turning bedroom performance into an Olympic sport. Go for gold. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at bluechew.com. And of course, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code Denise. That's promo code Denise. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. All right, guys, check out Blue Chew. Of course, the link is in the description box below. But now let's go ahead and get into the show and everything that went down. Give me 1 second. You guys are watching Denise Unreal at the moment because, all right, there we go. We got everything set up here. Let's do this. Let's have a fun show. Hold on, I'm not ready. Okay. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Y'all are seeing Unreal at the moment. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the NXT Post Show. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, riding solo today, solo Danoa. Chinadu is out. He had some things going on, but he will hopefully be back next week as long as he stops running from the grind and missing one of the biggest moments for NXT because he's a really big fan of Jada Parker. Well, hey, guys, we're going to start there. Jada Parker is officially back in NXT. Now, you guys are probably wondering what the hell has been going on with Jada. We still don't really even have those answers as to why Jada was off of TV for as long as she was. But my goodness, the reaction that Jada got when she returned today on NXT was the most telling thing in a long time. That reaction that Jada got today tells us that she needs some gold, guys. I don't know how to tell you. She needs some gold. One of the number one things that Chinadu, because he's a really big Jada Parker fan, that he always talked about on this post show is he would talk about her energy. And we've seen it. Like, we've seen it throughout her matches. We've seen it in her promos. Jada Parker has really kind of connected with people because she's really good on the mic and she's hard hitting in the ring, right? But today, I felt like the energy for her return was 10 times whatever we've seen before from Jada Parker. I felt that her knowing that she was back, she recognized the moment and she seized it completely. She interrupted Blake Monroe. Now, Blake Monroe, there have been rumors that she's going up to the main roster. And for the most part, we're ready. Like, we know Blake Monroe is main roster ready. And we're basically already telling Blake our goodbyes at this point. However, Blake Monroe had come out and she kind of cut this like anti-NXT promo. I'm going to call it her NXT pipe bomb. She was talking about how people don't know what to do with her and how she has so much talent and nobody else does. And she's going on and off, right? And because Blake Monroe is such a big name on NXT and people really, she's just a bigger star than a lot of other people because of the work that she did in AEW and the buzz that she came in with for NXT. So for Jada Parker to come out and interrupt Blake Monroe, it felt like a big time deal to have her doing that. That to me was like, okay, I know that I want to see Blake Monroe go to the main roster already. I know that I want to see her on SmackDown. I know that I want to see her on Raw. There's already so many feuds that I want to see Blake Monroe in. However, if you're going to have her stick around a little bit longer on NXT, and that is to feud with Jada Parker, then, my friends, I am on board. I am on board if that's where this is going, Jada and Blake, because that to me is interesting because Blake Monroe and Jada have something in common. They're both tough in the ring, and they're both not going to be afraid to go in there and hit each other hard and, be mean and nasty to each other in the ring, physically speaking. And that to me is appealing. Also, Blake Monroe, she loves to say the things she has to say on the microphone. So does Jada. And even that moment when they confronted each other, I started to go, oh my God, Jada might fucking roast Blake Monroe in this conversation. Like, I feel Jada, if Jada goes off on Blake, I think Jada would probably win this promo war between Blake and her. And so when Blake interrupted Jada, oh, I loved that. But my favorite part, though, was that Jada didn't wait to say anything back. She threw the microphone down, and at that moment, you, me, your mom, your neighbor, and Blake Monroe all knew that it was time to throw down. And I think that was what I found most appealing about this return, was seeing Jada and Blake with that really, really high energy feel. I was saying on my last week's NXT show that I'm not really feeling where we're at with the women's NXT championship. I'm not really feeling where we're at with the women's NXT North American championship, unfortunately. And so I really wasn't like digging the major woman stories on NXT at the moment. And that's tough for me to say because you guys know that I love the women and I care most about them on NXT. But the storylines weren't really driving up my interest. And so now that we have Blake and Jada, to me, that's already the top story for the women on NXT. Fuck, man. Sorry. Oh, I'm a little passionate. Calm down, girl. No, legit. This is my favorite story right now in all of NXT. That's why I started with this right now, because I do feel, and I know we're giving NXT the time, right? We're giving NXT the time. We know they're going to be spotlighting different people we're still not yet used to, people we're still not yet really big fans of. We know that we closed a chapter on NXT last week and we're getting into a whole new chapter of NXT. But right now, I'm not really that committed to the storylines that they have on the show until this one. This is the only one that is rocking my boat. And that's why I'm so excited about it. And I really hope that, well, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be Blake Monroe's. Well, I shouldn't say pretty sure, but I'm feeling like this should be Blake Monroe's last feud on the NXT roster, and that we could use Blake Monroe's popularity to also continue to elevate Jada Parker. And if we end up in a situation where Jada Parker defeats Blake Monroe and then goes in for the championship at some point, that's where I want to be. That's truly where I want to be, and I hope that's where we get. So that was literally the biggest moment, in my opinion, from NXT tonight, and the thing that I most am looking forward to. By the way, speaking of Chinadu, he says, you weren't lying, it's true, Jada's back. Chinadu, I wouldn't lie to you, bro. I don't do that. I don't lie. I wouldn't do that to you. Thanks, Chinadu. We need to have you back next week so we can finally get your feelings as the #1 Jada Parker fan. We got Sheldon Jackson here who says, Izzy is a champion before Jada Parker. HBK, the F we doing? After that Izzy promo alone, I want that title off of Izzy. ASAP Izzy's promo equals peanuts. Wow, if someone that does not hold back their feelings is Sheldon Jackson, but Sheldon is not alone on this one. He may be a little bit more passionate, but he's not alone. I was saying earlier that I'm not feeling the Women's NXT North American Championship picture at the moment, and unfortunately today, they sent Izzy Dame out there to do another in-ring promo. I think this is she's done a couple now, but this one today was rough. It was rough because the crowd, look, wrestling fans, we have a sixth sense. You can tell when someone really believes what they're saying, and they believe the character that they're doing, and they believe the storyline that they're doing it, and they're selling it, right? That's what makes the greats the greats. When you can really make us buy into something and really make us believe that this is truly who you are and what you do and what you're all about, it's a big deal. But when you have talent go out there and they're not believing what they're saying, that is going to be hard to buy. It's going to be a hard sell. And unfortunately, that is what happened with Izzy Dame tonight. She went out there and they gave her a really long promo. I'm talking wordy, PowerPoint presentation, TED Talk style, you name it. She was doing a podcast out there, all right? And great job remembering all your lines, because I would not be able to remember all of those lines. I wouldn't even remember the first 2 sentences. So let's start with the pro right there for Izzy Dame, okay? She remembered all of the things she had to say. And I think she has an idea. She has an idea of what she's supposed to do when she's out there, because you see glimpses of it. You see glimpses of her doing the heel tone voice, the heel facial expression. So you get that she knows what she has to do out there. I just don't think she fully believes it and or is comfortable. Of course, again, this is still developmental, and I know the bar has risen a lot for developmental, where you can't go out there and cut a weak promo, because unfortunately now you have other people that are going out there and they're cutting good promos, some even great promos. So they're raising that bar really, really high. So if you go out there and you're not meeting the standard, the fans are going to notice and the fans are going to call you out on it. And unfortunately, that happened to Izzy Dame today, where the fans were chanting, "Turn her microphone off." Guys, that's rough, man. That is so rough. I legit felt bad for Izzy, because I wish that she would have leaned into it. I wish, like, I know here we've talked a whole lot about JC Jane, and a lot of people, including myself, were like, I cannot believe JC Jane won the NXT Women's Championship, blah, 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 right? That was a whole conversation. But JC Jane knows how to lean into the crowd when they're booing her, when they're being nasty. She's nasty right back, right? Like, she's like, you want to play this game? I can play it better, and I'm the one with the microphone. This is a one where I think that Izzy, I think they need to, I don't know if she's had these conversations or what, but she needs to work off the crowd. She needs to lean into it, because if not, it's super awkward. It's super awkward when you're out there and you're having a conversation. And I mean, if there was someone right now behind me heckling me while I do this podcast, I would turn around and be like, well, what the, go off, right? I would say something. I would do something. I wouldn't just be here not acknowledging someone doing those kind of things, those kind of reactions. And so that's where I think that we kind of fell off a cliff there. So again, a lot of people, by the way, this is not a death sentence. This does not mean that Izzy won't get better. This does not mean that she's not gonna thrive. No, this does not mean any of that. Again, we're still in developmental, and we've seen plenty of wrestlers who have sucked at promos that then got really good. It happens, all right? It happens. I do think that promos are some of the most difficult things in pro wrestling, at least to me, in my opinion, because you really, like, whatever you're given, someone else is writing your script, okay? These might not be words that you say normally. This might not be the way that you speak. So you really have to, like, see it, believe it, and sell it. And that can be very, very difficult when, again, those are not things you would normally do and say. So I'm rooting for Izzy, but right now it is a tough call at the moment. It's really, really tough. I'm not invested at all in this North American Championship picture. I love Tatum. Y'all know she's my girl. I root for her all the time. The crowd is definitely behind Tatum. She went out there and she was nasty today too. She gave a nasty headbutt to the referee. If you did not see it, watch that, because even you're going to be like, damn, did that ref do something to her? Does he owe her a $5 bill? What is going on here? She had personal beef with that ref. No, seriously, Tatum went out there to the point where I think she ended up getting like banned or escorted from the building, whatever they decided to do there with Tatum. But Tatum has won the crowd over, and she hasn't really said much, but people like Tatum because her character, it's different, and she's like this outcast, and she's a weirdo. Cue Radiohead's Creep. We're all love the song, and we all love other creeps because we're all kind of creeps. I'm a creep too. And that's what we're seeing with Tatum Paxley. And I think that's why she has connected with the crowd in a totally different way from any of the other female performers or male performers on NXT. There's no one else that's doing what Tatum is doing that is actually connecting with the crowd that I can think of right now on NXT. So I'm interested in Tatum's growth, but I'm not in love with what we're doing right now with the NXT North American Women's Championship. And then as for the NXT Women's Championship, I've been ready to kind of shake things up a little bit. So I do hope that at some point we get to like Jada getting for that NXT Championship. I don't say Blake because I'm expecting Blake to move on over to the main roster. So that's where we're at with all of that. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We got Jacob Tatum. Hey, Jacob, thank you so much for the super chat. Jacob says, Jada Parker will win the NXT Women's Championship this year. #book it. When do you expect Jada to get the call up to the main roster? Thoughts on Ricky? I think that Jada, at this point with that reaction and that energy, I would say later this year. Honestly, later this year, late this year. If it's 2027 and we're still talking about Jada on NXT, I think we gotta move on. Like, press the gas pedal. And I know time flies by really fast, but I just think that she handles herself differently out there from a lot of other people, and that stuff really goes a long way. I was even talking about that earlier with Shiloh Hill, who wrestled today, and one of the things that I was saying about him was that he goes out there and he's not being like vanilla. He's not being boring. He's not being like just your generic wrestler. Like, he's actually going out there and he has some spunk to him. And I think when you got spunk, intensity, you can go a long ways, man, with just that. And that's kind of what I was thinking about with Jada Parker. Of course, she has other attributes as well, good promo skills, and she's good in the ring. But that intensity, man, a lot of people don't have that, and it shows when they don't. So when it does, it goes a long way. And then ask my thoughts on Ricky. I was asking the live stream when we were talking about the opening segment for NXT today, which was Ava basically announcing how they were going to determine the next new NXT champion, because as of right now, vacant is the champion. And we are not going to have a champion, by the way, until February 3rd. So what Ava decided is that on February 3rd, we are going to have a 6-man. You heard it, baby. You can guess it. A 6-man ladder match. I know everyone's probably like, ugh, NXT is doing another ladder match. Why do they always do ladder matches? Well, suck it, baby, because I love ladder matches, and I'm thrilled as fuck. I love ladder matches. I never say no to ladder matches, okay? I'm on board. Don't say anything else. Ladder, you got me. So yeah, they're going to do a 6-person ladder match to determine the NXT champion, right? And in order to get there to determine the 6 guys, they're going to be doing qualifying matches. I don't think we know everybody that's in the qualifiers just yet, but they have announced a few. And actually, let me bring that up. I don't remember what the match is, so give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. 2 of the matches that have been announced, one of them includes Shyla Hill versus Josh Briggs. So I actually think that one should be pretty good. I know a lot of people don't like Josh Briggs. I like Josh Briggs, so I think this will actually be a good matchup. I don't know who they're gonna go with. I feel like they should go with Shyla Hill because he's gotten people's attention, so you might as well keep it going with him and see what else we can get. But then again, Josh Briggs is a pretty big dude. You're probably also going to want somebody like him in that ladder match, but I'm going to have, I guess either option's fine, but I'm going to lean more towards Shyla. Then we also have Sean Legacy versus Eli Knight. I'm not that familiar with Eli Knight, so I don't really know what to say. However, Sean Legacy we have seen, and he's very flippy. So I do think there's a good chance that he might make it into that matchup as well. But that's where we're at right now with some of the qualifiers that have been announced. We still are going to have a little bit more to be announced, though, to see who will win. But anyways, all this to tie into Ricky. We were talking about like who should be NXT champion. Who should it be? Should it be Ricky Saints? Should it be Joe Hendry? Should it be Tony D'Angelo? Should it be who else is out there that we were talking about? There's somebody else and I can't even think about it right now. But anyways, we were talking about there's very few options right now of people that can genuinely be NXT champion. I feel like the people weren't that hot on Ricky's reign. And thankfully now he's a heel, so I think that has spiced things up a little bit. I'm a fan of Ricky Saints, but I still also feel like that connection between him and the NXT crowd is kind of on and off at the moment. So I'm not that confident. Now with Joe Hendry, one of the things that I was talking about with Joe when it comes to what they've been doing with him on the show, like today he was in the main event with Dion Lennox in a DQ match, had a couple of highlights, but really wasn't that great of a matchup, but a couple of little decent moments here and there. But I think for me is that Joe Hendry was truly one of the most like popular people for like a good amount of time. I want to get back to that. I feel like some of that allure has sort of faded away. And I don't think that we've really, truly have capitalized off of Joe Hendry's name on NXT. So I hope that today him being in the main event is a start to kind of winning back the people to seeing him. I think Joe Hendry could be NXT champion because of the popularity that we have seen this man reach in WWE. Let's not forget Royal Rumble moments, WrestleMania moments, insane people buying his merch, his face almost every week on television when they had his picture in the crowd. So I want to get back to that with Joe Hendry, and I hope that we find that once again. And then another person that people threw out there as a possibility to win that NXT championship is Ethan Page. He had a conversation with Ava today, and Ava was kind of, hesitant about moving forward with him, but I think they're going to still do a qualifying match with him. I think they should, because I do think that the fans would want to see Ethan Page as NXT champion, and I feel like he's been doing a good job where I would not be opposed to that either. Tony D'Angelo, I'm still not on board at the moment. He came out today. He helped Joe Hendry win. I didn't like how he helped Joe Hendry win at all, by the way. I didn't like that. It made it seem like Joe Hendry needed the help. I did not like that at all. And I don't necessarily know what is really even going on with Tony D'Angelo at the moment. So for that reason, and on top of, I'm just not really like a fan of the in-ring work. I'm kind of out at the moment on that. I think that they're really trying here, and I'm rooting for him. I am rooting for him. I hope that he finds success with this character, with whatever new version he's doing of Tony D. But it's still, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I'm a fan just yet. I gotta be won over, and I don't think I have been won over just yet at the moment. So, anyways, Jacob, thank you so much for the super chat. He also says, "Is your TNA live stream on AMC included post show, or will you be solo or co-host? And is this a one thing, or will you be doing more moving forward? Hashtag go support TNA." Hey, Jacob, great question. So, a couple of things. I will be doing the live stream for TNA's premiere this week. However, I will be ending the stream 5 minutes earlier, unfortunately, because I do have to do my Busted Open show. I do host a Thursday Impact Wrestling Busted Open show on their platform. So I will be doing that immediately after. So if you guys do want to listen to me talk about TNA on Busted Open, you can do that. If not, my plan is to do a review show, but I wouldn't do it live, and I would drop it the following day as a video. So I am planning on still reviewing it on the channel, but it would come the next day though. I don't know if I'm going to only do a one-off or if I'm going to keep going. Honestly, it depends on the viewership. If people tune in for the live stream, then I will be here. If people don't give a shit, then I'm going to not be here. Then I will not be here. I'm going to be honest with you. That's how I run things. If people are legitimately interested, I will be here and we will do it. Because either way, I'm watching TNA, guys. Like either way, I got to cover the show and I will be talking about it. But we know the show is going to do good because it's the premiere episode. But once we get down like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months down the road, I don't know what the interest is going to be like. And then I'm also going to be here for Genesis. So that's another one, but I will be here for that. So thank you so much, Jacob, for asking. We also got the Juan G show. What's up, Juan? He says, Ava had a chance to load the championship ladder with 6 killers like Ricky Sainz, Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, Tony D, Miles Bourne, and Ethan Page. Instead, a third of the field is already too randoms with no shot at the belt. Hey, Juan, I completely agree with you. So, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. So I agree with what you said about like putting randoms in there because let's be real. We're not expecting the randoms to win because they're not gonna unless NXT says, want to bet, Denise? Hey, we're going to put this random as NXT champion. Let's go, baby. And they could definitely do that. But for the most part, I'm going to lean towards the direction of them not doing that. So automatically you're like, ooh, this is a little predictable. Or, hey, I might not care. You might not care. If you're not invested in the persons you're seeing in the match, you might just not care. But they got to fill the shows. They got to have matches. So that's what they're doing with that. But I do think they could have easily done a situation where they did do something like this. Just say, hey, these are the people that are going to be in there. And hey, those people might still be in that matchup. It's just going to take away, or maybe not all of them, but some of them. It's just going to take us a little bit longer to get there. But also, we are, like I said, going to have to get used to some new faces on the show and see how they do. So we'll see. Hopefully some people win our hearts. Thank you so much, Juan G Show. We also got Anthony Giuliano. Hey, Anthony. He says, hey, Denise, I need more details about your show. I can't wait to meet you. And meeting you is on my bucket list. And Miss Parker is back. Hey, Anthony, thank you so much for asking. So heads up to everybody who doesn't already know, I do have my Las Vegas show for the very first time. I will be live. And this is going to be happening April 17th at 12 noon at the Circa Hotel and Casino. I'm going to have some special guests. I'm going to do a meet and greet. I'm going to have raffles, and you can buy the tickets at deniseliveshow.com. You can scan the QR code, or you can go to the link in the description box below. Either one will take you to the actual page for deniseliveshow.com, and more details to come, of course, in regards to that, as well as some additional shows that will also be happening. But I'll save those details for when the time comes. Thank you so much, Anthony. We got Tracy WV here who says, good night, Denise and DWL BTW. Surprises incoming. Thank you, Tracy. I love surprises. Well, as long as they're good surprises. I like good surprises. All right, so let's see where we left off here on other topics for NXT. I know I kind of bunched up a bunch of things, but a lot of stuff kind of just culminated all together. But Kalani Jordan versus Lola Vice, my two girls got out there and wrestled today. I loved their chemistry. Love that Lola Vice got this win. I think she needed it. I kind of want to start rebuilding her back up on NXT because she's someone that's been popular and she's gotten more popular through her stuff that she's been doing on AAA. So let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it moving with Lola Vice. I think that she's somebody that we need to talk about, a future NXT champion, as well as someone that should be on the main roster at some point, maybe later this year, maybe early next year. We'll see. Jasper Joy versus Tavion Heights for the Speed Championship. You guys know how I feel about the Speed Championship, but I'm not going to dwell on that today. Instead, I'm going to talk about how I was actually pleasantly impressed by both Jasper and Tavion. I think that Tavion went out there. He leaves me wanting more. Once I see him wrestle with guys that are a little bit more advanced, that's when we're hopefully going to start to see a little bit more of what Tavion can be and what Tavion can do. But I like his spunk, so that's good. But I think I was most impressed today by Jasper Troy. I liked Jasper. You guys know I have a weak spot, guys. I have a weak spot for meaty men. I love the meat. When the meat is good, the meat is good. I have a soft spot for meaty men. So when they go out there and they're moving and they're hustling and bustling, I'm interested. And I thought Jasper Troy was moving good. I liked him, doing this little splash. I like stuff like that. I tend to root a little harder for the meaty wrestlers. So for that reason, Jasper, I'm interested. I'm engaged. But also, I also see him as somebody that can do like a spookier kind of character. And I'm not saying go all sci-fi on me, baby, but I'm just saying, like, I think he can get darker, like get emo, like do a little bit of that. Like, hey, get a little like, what are you all about? Like, become more mysterious. I can see that. I can see him going that direction. All right, we got Jacob Tatum here who says, how long do you expect Drew to keep the title? I hope Drew holds the title for a lot longer than people expect him to. I think there's a lot of people expecting him to drop it at Saturday night's main event. There's people that are expecting him to drop it at the Royal Rumble. I do not want that. I want him to hold on to it a little bit longer. Thank you, Jacob. All right. Let's see what else we got here. We talked about Jake. Oh yeah, Channing Stacks Lorenzo. I did talk about Shyla, but I didn't talk about their matchup. I thought the match was good. Shyla brought a lot of energy. I said I like Shyla Hill. I just don't want them to do everything about the tooth, but I just know they are. But I think if they presented him without the tooth and that wasn't a thing, I actually think that would be better. But they're going to want to lean into it. It's his shtick. At some point, we'll get used to it. But Channing Stacks Lorenzo, though, I do want to give him a little bit of credit, though, because I also thought he did good. I think he's been showing more personality than we've ever seen before. I think his pairing with Ariana Grace, which is his real woman, I genuinely think that was a brilliant idea. And I'm so glad that they decided to put them on screen together because it is completely changing him, like a full 180, maybe not totally 180, but he's there. He's almost there. He's getting there, guys. It's getting better for Channing. It's getting better for him. Okay, I believe that was basically all of NXT today. Let me just refresh the card to make sure I didn't forget anything. Nope, that was our show for today. So, ladies and gents, that was NXT. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, if you're here and you like pro wrestling and you want daily reviews, daily content, I'm constantly posting a bunch of stuff. I just dropped an interview with Sam Roberts. I've posted so many videos. We're only 13 days in the year, but I've been posting every day. So check that out. Please share the interviews, share the videos. It really, really helps. I'm really trying to blow up the channel and get some more good stuff on here. So really anything helps. If you're here, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 300,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And then also I'm going to be live pretty much every day this week. I'll be here for AEW tomorrow. Then I'll be here for TNA Impact. Then I'll be here for SmackDown. And then I'll be here for Genesis. So it's going to be a lot of good stuff this week. We got Jacob Tatum here who says, your pick to win the Royal Rumble, men, women. I don't have my pick yet, Jacob. I'm so sorry. I don't have my pick yet, but keep an eye out because I am going to do, I did this last year, but I tried to predict every single entrant in the Royal Rumble as well as outcomes that would come out of it. And of course, the winner, the final four, the final two. I'm going to do that again this year, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much, Jacob. Alrighty, everyone, that is it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow for some AEW. Bye, everyone. Take care.